See, James, I didn't just sit here and talk about it constantly.
Yeah,
This
James.
is the archive of the Book of Halter. What you are about to witness is for a mature audience, for it contains violent actions, language, sexual references, and mild drug use. If you or your child should wish to not watch this, please click off it now. With that said, we are following the evil campaign. Why am I the only one talking these? Alright, so Alexander, you are off to go talk to the leader. You get to him as he is sort of just sitting in his chair. What do you wish to do?
Is there another chair in the room?
Yes.
I walk over and sit down.
Cool.
Hello there. Let's try this again. I'm going to request that you surrender. And in exchange, I'm going to save all of your people from axe death.
He is kindly looking at you. Not really saying anything. What do you wish to do about that?
Well, that's inconvenient. I'd really like you to start this conversation.
You see him open a drawer, place a book on the table, open it to a page, and then just slide the book over.
I take a look at the book.
International law about neutral zones. Any leader can say that they're in a neutral zone, and if either side tries to take over such a side in a war, then that can be counted as international terrorism. Can it be punished? Not really. Will it be punished? Maybe. Really depends on who decides to take that as a challenge.
So, you and I should probably discuss this, because you're showing me a book on international laws, and I'm not a part of any international conventions, which means these laws do not apply to me. Now, if you'd like to invite me to some sort of international organization, then that might actually cause these laws to apply to me. But for that, there'll need to be an offer on the table. And it's difficult for there to be an offer on the table if you're not talking.
He opens a drawer instead of his right to his left this time, takes out a piece of paper, writes down on something, and slides it over the table to you.
I'll take a look at it.
I name here this sort of thing. Hereby abode by the following laws of the international, whatever the hell, just the international sort of laws. And shan't go against them, blah, blah, blah. Just a whole bunch of legal mumbo-jumbo just telling you that you'll follow the international laws and you won't break them, blah, blah, blah. And it has a sign here.
Okay, there are literally no benefits mentioned here.
There, I was gonna say at the bottom, you will be recognized as the title given on this. So whatever title you wish to give on here will be your title that others will refer to you as. So there's no like great part there, but at least hey, you can make up your own title.
We make everyone call you Kami Alexander.
That is
Not
actually exactly what I was thinking.
Call you what?
God.
Right.
Right. I see how this is going. So, you will not step in to save your people?
He pinches the bridge of his nose and looks at you. He gestures out to the front door. Angerfist, Nubek, did you follow?
Not really.
Alright. Then
Nope.
you look out the door.
Actually, Farx did follow.
Oh, you went back? I thought you were on your trees.
No, he would have decided to follow.
Right.
He's
I'll
not
look out.
actively taking part. And it's just
Well,
kind
then
of like
there
him
would have been
listening
a
in.
group of you would have seen like a group of people starting to like amass at the door. A few of them wielding knives.
Oh, hello,
Hi.
people. So, are any of you capable of taking on a horde of raging orcs?
No, but we don't have a choice.
There's always a choice.
Hmm? And is
See,
this coming
I
from...
could take on an army of orcs and survive.
And this is coming from the person who is threatening us under some new rule? What are you?
I'm not threatening you. I'm giving you an option. I can either save you from the orcs, the barbarians, and everyone else out there who will destroy you, or I can leave you on your own to be destroyed by them. It's not much of a choice, but it is a choice and not a threat. Because the orcs will destroy you regardless of what I do, unless I step in to stop them.
Where were you when the first town got hit?
You didn't ask for my help. Now I'm here offering it to you. Of course, you can refuse it. We saw that how me not interfering worked out the last time for the last town.
Yeah, and yet you let that barbarian walk around here. One of them spits at you. It doesn't hit you, just that you see you just see spit land near you.
Meta, the best part of this is Farx is just like off to the side here to just listen.
Believe it or not,
And
Farrax,
see
right
all
now
of this.
you are the heroes of the people because you brought the dude back to life.
I brought two dudes back to life.
Technically, yeah.
Right now, they would be more inclined to join the primordial truth than anything else.
Farx genuinely was thinking that, at least on some relative level, so they would cooperate in general. And of course not get destroyed by Axtef because agreements made with him.
Yeah. So, what do you do to the person who just spat at you, Alexander?
Apologize.
Like everyone else. Walking around like you own the place.
Hey, Alexander.
Yes.
Mind if I take you to the side for a moment?
Sure.
Varx would take him to
Around the building.
yeah.
Alright. What do you wish to
Sorry,
see?
sorry, I'm trying to get my throat to get clear, cause you know how it is when you just woke up.
Yeah.
Drink a glass of water with lemon and honey.
I might actually go ahead and do that. Could you guys give me a moment? Sorry about this.
Sure. Alexander, as you're being led out, the people seem to part ways to let you through, but it looks like if any of them had a glimmer of courage enough to stab you, they would. Would you like to roll an insight, Alexander?
Sure.
Also, this is just an insight to get like a general reading from the crowd. Past
So it is
like-
what is known as a vibe check.
Yeah.
18.
18. You're getting the impression that the bloke in there, Nick John Smith, might be a leader of these people, but he might also be more of the public servant type of person who could most likely get killed by these people because they might riot against him. They've all been quite wound up after the last orc fiasco and haven't really been wound down since.
I see.
So it's a less of
I am.
he can do anything for you. It's more of he's kind of between a rock and a hard place, sort of thing.
I am back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Welcome
But
back.
continue on.
Just what sort of insight he got from the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Alright, what did you have to speak to me about, Farks?
I'm just trying to understand your goal here. So you want them to join your empire so you can utilize the harbor, right?
No, I'd like them to join the Empire so that there is no sub-factions within this nation that are not working together.
Okay.
Won't be anyone I'm done with.
What if they were... I wouldn't put the word join me, specifically.
Joining you is joining me. I don't really care how it gets done.
I see it as a difference, but alright. Would you allow me to take over this? Because honestly, this is just going nowhere.
I'll give it one more shot, and if I can't make any progress, have at it. There's only
Fine,
two
but
rules,
no.
though. None of your people
No.
can kill the people here, under any circumstances. You can accept that first term?
Yeah. Considering I believe they will follow, quote-unquote, any of the other terms, because they would be beneficial to them.
And the second is you don't alter their democratic structure.
Oh, I don't give a shit about what they do in the town.
Good. Alright, I'll give them one more go. And then I'll head back to them.
No killing any of them, by the way. Alright, spend enough money on the resurrection
If
process.
I kill any, I'll bring them back.
Fair enough.
Then I'll walk back into the main room. Alright, everybody. Here's my pitch. You don't like it? I'll walk away. So, how much do you know about me?
You're talking to the people, not to the leader right now, yeah?
Yes.
They just kind of look at you, blinking.
Meta, they probably weren't expecting that.
Matter, they probably don't know anything about this guy, really.
Well, let me give you some dot points about me. My name is Alexander. I rule the nation around this area, and soon, ideally, will include this area. I pay above fair wages for pretty much everything. The amount of investment that I will be putting into this town will make it almost impervious to any future attacks. I have bought somewhere in the neighborhood of 550 to 570 slaves, of which every
You
single one
see-
of them chooses to live in my area, receiving above average pay.
You
In
see
fact,
them
I think the
looking-
lowest one of them is receiving a gold a day.
When you say slaves, you immediately start losing a crowd. But then you say the amount that they make, and now they're kind of puzzled.
I buy them so that they're free from their slave life, so that I can change it. And the life they live is on a much more grandiose scale than ever before. They get to live in a city. Some of them live nearby magic, some of them don't. All of them willingly choose to live there.
And what's this meant to mean about us? Those orcs will still come, and you're friends with their leader.
The orcs will not come if I stand in between them and here.
Roll us a deception check.
It's actually technically
it's not
true
because
because of
it
the
is-
agreement.
No, it's not true because
If Groomish says,
he's not the one in
Groomish says,
charge of orcs.
yeah, if Groomish tells the orcs that Axtef is no longer
reroll that.
fit,
22.
22. They all seem like they're in agreement with that part.
Now, the way I see it, you have 3, maybe 4 options. You can either join the druids and live under their jurisdiction. You can die to the barbarians. You can run away. Or you can join me. And I will make sure that you get to stay here. Keep living your lives almost as they are now. And provide further opportunities to all of you. As I say that, I'm going to pull out 1,000 gold and just toss it on the ground.
Someone's giving away money. I smell it.
Newbeck just emerges from a manhole just near it, and you just see his hand just start grabbing as much gold that's around the manhole before going back down.
I feel like it would just be Nubex trying to feel around for it.
If you've expanded any, he'd just like, yes. Run away with it.
Finds 1 gold coin, celebrates like Gollum found the one ring.
Mm-hmm.
How many people live in this town?
Not as many as there used to be, because a lot of them moved out. The only ones that stuck around are the ones that really cared about it. So
Give me a
it's in the
guesstimation.
hundreds. It's in
Hundreds?
the hundreds.
High hundreds or
Maybe
low hundreds?
Around mid.
500. All right. I will give you each 100 gold to take a chance and join my nation. Consider that the first investment of many in this nation. Well, in this area of the nation. What do you all say?
They kind of look dumbfounded. They don't really seem to have an idea on what they want to say. You're a very strange individual to them. Not only did you threaten them with, like, a problem if they don't join, now you're telling them that if they join, they get all this, but they're just not sure what to think of it.
Meta, but real quick, I do apologize, Tots. I just can't remember for the life of me if I had Farx change the order to his trees, where they're now just kind of like holding position.
You did.
Okay, thank you. I could not remember for the life of me. Apologies, continue on.
Yeah, they're just not sure about what to say.
Well, someone had better step up and say something. There is no wrong answers here.
You see a child pick up a coin and just sort of stare at it.
What do you think? I kneel down and look at him. Him or her.
It's
If the child referred, if the child
child
stopped
is
me and
like-
said, "It's,"
The child, which is of, you would have to guess male because of blue clothes. Yeah, we're gonna go with that sort of stereotype. Looks up at you, shiny.
shiny.
indeed it is.
Meta, here comes the child indoctrination.
One of the adults sort of looks down, looks back up before Nick John Smith arrives again. What's all this hubbub about? And what's with all this coin on the ground?
Would someone like to tell him?
They're still rather stupefied.
All right, then I shall make it simple. I am offering to invest 500 gold per person in this town here today, on a chance that you all take a chance on joining my nation.
What part of This makes it seem like I want to agree or disagree to such terms.
I'm not making you choose. It's not your decision. I look to the people. It's theirs. I'm just letting you know because every person in this town has an individual choice to make right now.
So you finally got it. Huzzah. As he looks towards the group. This man says that he can give us protection. This man says that he can give us a new outlet. What do you say? You hear murmuring from the crowd. That moment, what's your passive perception, Alexander?
Passive perception, 26.
You would hear the manhole cover move.
Forex is just like looking at like the fuck.
And you would see a dagger emerge and stab Nick John Smith in the foot as the hand retreats back in. Nick John Smith, unfortunately, cannot make a con save to this. As he falls over almost dead instantly.
Forex will go over and help tend to him, and he'd probably look to Alexander. You want to go handle that?
You take care of him, I'll deal with them. And I'm
Awesome.
going to... How many pounds does the sewer thing weigh?
I imagine they wouldn't have had a chance to actually close it.
I mean, if all they did was really lift it a bit, they would have been able to just let it close shut once they bring their arm back in.
True.
Talk's question: is this manhole cover like the ones that you can find in New York? The big circular ones that are in the middle of a street.
Yeah.
Okay, those things weigh roughly 20 pounds.
I'm pretty sure they weigh more than that.
The ones in New York weigh like 200 kilograms.
Yeah, we'd say that this one is about...
Oh, sorry, no, like 200 pounds. So it's like 35 to 70
349 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would... That's
So those are made out of solid steel.
Yeah, this one would be more metal, and it would be a bit thinner. Because it doesn't have cars going over it. So, let's say 66 pounds.
Right, I'll walk over, pull the thing up, and then I'll jump down.
Right, you jump down. You can hear someone running, splashing.
I'm going to fly after them.
Right.
I just imagine. Go on, Jim.
I would like to use 10 points of lay on hands into him, and then I'll follow Alexander.
Okay, problem.
Did you follow Alexander over there?
Yeah, she would have. To my
Okay.
knowledge, Jim's kind of a sentry.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
An excess.
Alexander rarely leaves her aura.
Yeah.
Her aura and just the fact that she has a high AC is the one thing that keeps him sane enough to do what he does these days. You go to put points into him, but you notice he's dead.
Oh, was
Well,
it
time for another resurrection as Fox will go ahead and revivify.
Alright. He gasps as he comes back to life. How many times am I gonna die today?
2 minutes to count.
Honestly, I expect this to be the last.
You catch up with the dude as you can see him just sort of still running. He hasn't heard you because, of course, you're flying, so you're not making any noise.
I cast
He's
Hold Person on
splashing
him.
around. Wisdom save from him.
DC 22.
Will a 2 work?
No.
Are you sure about that? What if he says pretty please?
Well, if he says pretty please, then fuck no.
So, he freezes in spot, and as he's freezing, he falls over. Because he was in mid-run. So he's now sort of half fallen over.
Is there sewage in this water?
You would imagine that it does, because this place doesn't smell that nice.
Okay, and how much of his face is under that water? Is he breathing it in?
None. It's like, none of it is in there.
That's unfortunate.
So, what do you want to do?
Well,
Alright.
I'm just
This
gonna
is-
land on his neck.
You land on his neck as he looks up at you. Oh, boy, there you are. Hey! I did what you asked me to do. Now I got to rule this town, right? Right?
Meta, I forgot about this dude.
I didn't.
Oh shit, I forgot about
I
him.
also didn't.
Oh.
What's your
Now,
name?
there's something I'm hoping that someone of the townspeople does, but I don't think they
have
will.
completely forgotten his name, to be honest.
I
tell
don't
me
remember
his
his
name.
name either because he wasn't important.
Yep.
Call
In
him
that
Monkey.
case, his name. In that case, I shall make his name. Import.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Because he's important.
What's your name?
Import.
I release the hold on him.
Import.
Right. I take it you weren't aware that I was still talking to him.
There you go. That was his name. You're still landed on his neck, right?
No, I'm currently floating in the air.
Alright. You just said for me to stab him when things went awry, and I watched and he walked away from you, so I just waited until he was with a group of people.
Alright. So I've got some good news and I've got some bad news for you.
Good news is I'm the leader now, and bad news is I'm the leader now.
Keep that optimism. Okay. Bad news is... Actually, I'll start with the good news. Good news is I can salvage the situation. Your screw-up hasn't fucked you entirely.
Well, as far as you know, the guy's dead.
I left Farox with him.
That
That
doesn't
means
mean that he
absolutely
still
everything.
had the freaking gems to do it.
Meta,
Farok's sole
so-
purpose is to have the gems to bring people back whenever
So-
Alexander wants. That's
He
why
doesn't
Alexander
even
keeps them
need the
around.
gem.
In my game, you don't need the item, you just need the gold.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it is like something that is not usually a common item. When it's gems and stuff, usually money. But when it's stuff like silver dust, you actually need to have the silver dust.
Oh, I'll be damned. I actually do have a 300 gold gem.
Yeah,
Should've
I
gave
me
figured you
10.
probably would because your whole shtick
Oh, you
for a
gave me
while
10?
was-
Okay, fuck. Okay, shit.
You've
I'm
used
gonna...
6 of them for Revivifies, if I'm keeping track correctly.
I don't think 6 of them. I don't think. Probably 3 more closely.
There's also the fact that for like the longest time, your whole shtick was the fact that you get paid in gems and stuff.
Yeah, so you have quite a few gems that way.
Right. So, I'm going to offer you a job. A job over on my island. Working as part of an organization.
Sounds good. Where do I sign up?
Well, that's the difficult part. So, for you to join this job, you're going to have to start a completely new life.
Sounds good. Where do I sign up?
Right here. I'm just going to have to kill you and then I'll resurrect you over there.
Roll some persuasion check.
You get 10. Alright, where do I sign up?
Natural 20!
Alright, so
God fucking
what just before we continue, in an alternate reality that was a nat 1, and Gemstone is wading through these sewers and hearing someone screaming for their life as Alexander kills them. But in the reality we're in, he's going to let it happen, believing completely that this is going to be the case.
I cast Magic Missile.
Right, he dies. He has after his stint with Anger Fist, there isn't very much HP he had even when he recovered.
Then I wait for Gemstone to arrive back here.
Gemstone, you arrive.
Oh, good, you're here. I didn't want to pick him up out of the sewage. Can you pick him up?
What? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna pick him up, toss him over my shoulder, prestidigitation both of us.
Alright.
I forgot I could do that. Too many spells, people. Too many spells.
But how many?
Meta.
So Meta, how many people has Alexander killed now?
But that's the best spell.
7.
That's like 4 more than Nubex.
One
And
for
and
every
I've-
day of the
And I've
week.
resurrected 8. So,
You're -1.
You've killed more than Nubex.
So technically
How
speaking,
does that make you feel?
He still has one more death before they cancel each other out.
Yep.
alright.
Anyway, so
Then we'll make our way back.
meanwhile on the surface, the people after seeing that are not sure what happened. But they seem to see him come back to life again, and they ask you, Lizard Man, what magic do you use?
Druidic.
Is there a way that we can follow in our everyday life?
Yes. There is. I'd be more than happy to teach those who are willing to learn.
We shall build a great structure in your honor to follow such truths.
Meta, is this actually genuine or are you fucking with me?
This would be genuine. You brought people back in front of them multiple times.
That's true.
Not gonna lie, it seems more along the line of you're going to get godhood before Alexander does.
You do not need to build anything grand. I
You
can
should-
show you shrines that you will be able to build
You should also
for
mention
nature.
use method.
I am simply the primordial truth. The one who speaks for nature. The one who defends it and all who follow it.
Then we shall do that.
Very well.
So, congratulations. This might be a place that Alexander might own, but the things that they follow is the primordial truth.
Yep. Meta, the primordial truth, the official religion of Alexander's empire.
I could believe that.
He's literally
People
the
love
only
it. The leader hates it.
He's like literally the only religious figure out of the entire group, except for, I guess, Alexander. Oh, also Gemstone. Meta, I keep forgetting.
I mean,
you're
technically, it's the same church.
Used to say what now?
I was making a joke.
You
I
have
know. But yeah, Fox would definitely be more than willing to teach them the primordial truth or bring shamans in to teach them such.
Anger Fist.
Yo.
Where were you in all of this?
Honestly, trying to figure out whether he should just dip. Like, it really doesn't seem like he's needed here.
Alright.
He just
That's
been
good.
leaning on the side of a building.
Whoa.
Because honestly, he
Where are
might
you?
just. Okay.
Making my way back to the orcs. Or
Alright,
what's left on the island.
cool.
Meta, he's a far way away.
And I won't be too far away when I come back. With the orcs.
Yep.
You better not now, bitch.
You and what trees?
I was about 300 trees and 300
Yeah, and
Goliaths.
I've got a decent amount of people with fire.
Fire.
Fire not good for trees.
They'll kill themselves just to kill yours. They'll hit their fiery bodies
A
on
burning
yours.
tree hugging a raging orc.
And then you're also
Would
forgetting
Would I
about
have
how
to, would
much
I
will-
then have to somehow make that sound like the tree is trying to cast calm emotions? There, walk. Oh, I'm on fire!
We will die together.
For some reason, I just see the trees just like go on, still on fire, going up to the orcs. Go, oh. With all the
God, an actual battle between the two factions would just be batshit insane.
yeah. Well, my faction would not join that battle. You wanna know why?
Because you don't give a shit.
It's because they're not fucking idiots. Is why. Like that is getting in between either of your factions. This is just a dumb idea on my part.
But you
Yeah.
like me more.
That is true. That does not mean I would help. That does not mean, however, my faction would help yours.
Yeah.
Mostly because they largely
But
govern
you
themselves.
would help me.
Oh, I'd be busy doing other shit.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of,
Meta,
Angus
is it because of the heat metal shit that Fox did?
there's also the fact that you still, for some reason, like to be in melee combat.
I genuinely don't understand why Angerfist is so angry about it. Oh wait, it's in his name.
Well, he's not so angry about it. It's more of the fact that he thought you would have learned your lesson to not stand near the Goliaths while fighting.
Oh, he doesn't. Not usually. Not when he's using AoE. He honestly had no idea you were gonna grab that fucking helmet. Though he should have realized it.
Anyway, Angerfist is probably gonna more than likely just gonna use the Sending Stone to join the party and ask Fox, are you going to follow up on the Furbolg thing with Alexander?
Yes,
About
most
boss's
likely.
problem. Good. I am going to go and see if I can't figure out a way to get the Goliathine Mountains. I predict I'm going to have to walk.
It will be very fun. You'll have to deal with me the entire way.
Meta, I forgot Nubex was on top of his fucking shoulders.
Hey now, Alexander gets lifts. It's only fair that I get lifts. You know, 3 rides go around.
Nubex is currently Baby Yoda.
And to be fair, I'm pretty sure Angerfist is the only one that doesn't care how bad Nubex stinks.
Most likely.
Farax doesn't give a shit either. He lives out in nature, so.
True, and with how your taste buds work, it doesn't matter how bad the meat smells, it'll still taste sweet.
Yep. It smells sweet, actually. That's how much it affects him. So, Nubex probably smells fucking delicious.
For once.
I don't know if I should be happy or worried.
I mean, Fox isn't interested in eating you yet, so be happy about it. For now.
I feel like a goblin should be sacrificed, then Fox can decide whether they're too stringy.
He's probably eaten goblin before.
Probably.
I honestly don't know.
Lots of worms, Ferox. Lots of worms.
You're a protein.
Oh, fuck you, Troy.
Alright, so you emerge from the sewers once more.
All right. I'll float out, and then I will gesture for Gemstone to bring the person up.
I will do so.
Alright.
The assassin has been dealt with.
The people kind of look surprised as Nick John Smith just sort of pinches the bridge of his nose. I knew he'd come back to bite me on the ass one day.
Who is he?
Your Goliath friend came through here at one point, captured him for us. He was killing Goliaths. The
Oh, I
justice
see.
system says that we had to incarcerate him, but he managed to get away because of the account that his magical misdoings meant that he had no hand in what was going on.
Meta, and he was technically tortured by a bandit.
He's not going to say that part. That part never happened. It's not on the books.
Sure.
Well, the assassin has been dealt with and justice has been served. You're welcome.
Meta, what can I say except you're welcome?
I'm going to guess you're going to want something for bringing me back to life for a second time.
No.
Technically, that was my doing.
Yes, but you
Though
added it
I
to my
have
tab
res-
like last time.
Though I did it because I have respect for you. You have balls. Not many people would face down axe death like you did.
Well, he'll be back soon.
Meta, Alexander gonna say anything in response?
Only thing that Alexander can say right now would undermine his goal. So he's going to keep his mouth shut.
Fair enough. Fox would just say, yes, most likely. Though, now that seems like at least a few of your people wish to follow the primordial truth.
That is up to them. That is not up to me.
Oh, I understand. But if this is their home, then it would technically fall under my protection. And as an agreement I have with him, he would not be, well, permitted to attack.
Let's hope that you can tell him that before he returns. I'm sure if he told his orc boys that there was a place to fight and then suddenly stopped, things might get ugly for him.
Oh, I'll have the ability to contact him. Though I do believe Alexander's proposal is going to be quite beneficial to all of you. I say it's at least worth considering.
And there's nothing else you want to talk about.
At this current stage, I'm more well, it seems some of your people want me to discuss the primordial truth with them. So I will do that after informing Axe Death of the lost target, as it were, in his eyes. Or will be in his eyes.
Right.
Alexander's business is between the rest of you and him. I'm just adding my own opinion, as it were. As Farks would then sort of just like take a sidestep, insinuating that he's now like out of the conversation.
Yep.
And he probably starts speaking into the sending stone. Axtef, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
The town Meta, can people hear what Farx is saying in the sending stone, or
It depends if you're speaking out loud or thinking.
thinking?
Then no.
The only people that'll be able to hear it are the people with the have a sending stone connected to it.
Yep.
It seems like the town is definitely swaying towards more Alexander's side, and currently I have a small budding following of those who seek the primordial truth. I do not believe your marauders will be able to attack this place. Not without foregoing, well, agreements.
I hope you understand that even if I don't attack this place, if Gurumish one day ends up wanting it burnt to the ground, it's gonna happen.
We will cross that bridge when we get there. But I can at least promise you your orcs a very, very fierce battle in return, which I believe they would really appreciate.
Well, I don't have majority of my orcs here anyway, so it's only a
They're off
small...
they're off doing another fierce battle right now.
Yeah. They're off
Backstaff wishes he
dying.
was there.
Once
No,
again,
I just wish I was
we'll,
back in that town already killing people, but I can't.
we'll once again cross that bridge when we get there.
Fine.
You turn on your foot and just start walking back.
No, I just keep walking back to the orcs.
There.
There's no reason to turn around and just fucking go back to try and fight fucking Ferox. It's a little fucking armada and fucking kill the town.
Oh, I wasn't
Unless, like-
expecting you to go back to kill. I thought you were just going to go back and instead you just break some things.
I mean, I'm walking towards the orcs, so there's a heap of trees that I can break because, you know, fuck Ferox. Fuck Jibbus.
And big axe.
Yeah, big
Anyway,
axe.
so, the leader goes over to you, Alexander. You're gonna have to excuse the tardiness, but you're gonna have to return in a few days whilst we hold an election. Well, not an election, a vote.
Sure, I just have one thing to hand out before then.
He just looks at you with a cock eye.
Could you get all of the people of this town to form a line?
He turns to a group of people, asks them to get everyone.
Guys, he's doing it. He's
And
making the
to
peasant
form-
cannon.
It only works with orcs. It must be done with orcs, otherwise it can't work.
Damn it.
As there's a line of 50 people each line.
Alright.
So there's about 11 lines all up.
I'll go into my bag of holding and pull out 10 platinum, hand it to the first person, then another 10 platinum to the next, so on and so forth, until everyone's been done.
Right. Do you give 10 platinum to the kids as well?
Yes.
Oh god. Kids do not understand what that is.
Shiny. Meta.
As Jonas is looking at one of the kids, they just eat one of the platinum coins.
Nope.
I'm
It's
sorry,
scary.
Jimmy's got some problems, guys. Don't judge him.
I'd like to imagine Nubek is also in the line.
Nubek would be, if he's still there.
Nubek's given money.
Hmm?
If I discriminate now and that even one person thinks that Nubex is a member of a town that I'm not giving money to, that's just going to look bad for me.
Nubek uses disguised self and he jumps in a different line. He's going to every line. And every time he's going to use a different disguise self.
Jesus.
11
How many
times.
lines are there? Just so I can adjust.
11.
11.
11? Alright.
11. Oh my god. Oh,
So-
Can I have
gonna take
another?
a quick step away.
110 platinum.
Yeah, 1,100 gold.
I'm going to take a quick step away because that just fucking got me.
You just made 5 years of someone's salary.
Yeah, I know. I made a small fortune. Every time, like, Nuvix looks more and more poor as well. So, like, every time he comes
I
to the
came
line,
back at the perfect time.
he's just like somehow he's got like more dirt on him, or like he's now acting like
Alexander's
he's missing a
passive
limb.
investigation
Like,
would allow him to see through the disguise too. So you're
Yes.
100% aware of this.
Clarks would probably know because he'd just be standing off to the side and see Nubex every so fucking often.
you just see like Nuvix just has a large smile on his face every time he lines up, and he's like both hands out.
So, those of you who remember that, the golden age of the Bitter Cash Money Noble team, there is another.
Yeah.
When there is another, there is another.
Yes.
When there is another, 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 there is
So is it
another.
11 lines of 50 people?
Yes.
Well, 11 lines of 51 people, I suppose, including Nubex.
Why couldn't there be more lines?
Because
There we go,
the
marked off the
town
gold.
that used to have like 4,000 people, most of them have moved out because the threat of orcs. The only ones that stayed are like the people who've lived here the longest and are the most stubborn.
Alright. Take care, everyone. I'll be back to check on how everything goes.
Thank you, kind sir.
You're welcome,
I'll
Randy.
be able to-
Listen,
I'll be able to feed my family.
Meanwhile, everyone in the town, without realizing it, who the fuck is that person?
Yeah, there's
Just
a few
and
that are
I'm-
questioning.
unnamed goblin.
Prestidigitation, right, Jimus?
sorry, what's that?
Do you have prestidigitation?
Yep.
Okay. You know you can make a copper coin look like a platinum coin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's actually he wants to he's
Jimus has never underpaid for anything in his life, and he's never going to.
I meant each of the coins Nubex got was a copper coin.
if only he knew, but sadly he's a bit too preoccupied making sure everyone gets the right amount that he hasn't realized that
I'm not going to cheat Nubex out of a good con.
Hey,
I
I'm
like to
part of the
imagine
town
that
now.
You were too busy to realize.
The saying, a part of the crew, a part of the ship. Alright, I'm gonna go lurk back into the shadows again.
I'm going to get on the sending stone and ask everyone what's the plan now. You've all got roughly 3 days, unless you need longer, in which case we can make allowances.
3 days
Given
should
that
be
it-
long enough for me.
Given that Angafis wouldn't have left without Nubeck, because he knows Nubeck wants to come with him.
As soon as
He
Nuvik
would
got
just
money,
walk
he would
up
be
to
on
you.
your shoulder.
Yeah. But,
Nuvik would be back
this
on your
happening
shoulder straight
right
away.
after, so he's just gonna walk up to Alexander. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to the Glythine Mountains. I'm probably going to have to walk there after teleporting.
Alright, can you give me the thing so I can scry the guy?
Yeah, Nuvix gives you his coin.
Okay, Alexander's going to cast Scrying.
Alright.
I believe he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw,
That coin would
unless
be
he's
on.
blocked by non-detection.
I'd like to point out that coin is for the Val brother, not for the Furbolg.
Yep. Well, I mean... it would
He
be
never
fine.
asked what he wanted to track.
Yep.
Mm.
So what does he have to roll?
Wisdom saving throw, DC. I've not met the target, so it's -5, and it's +5.
No, you've met the target.
Yeah, you met his.
You've met him.
Oh,
before.
okay. Then 0, and then because I've got an item that was their possession, they have -4 to their save. It's DC 22.
Alright. So, you try to gain connection, but you can't. The location that they must be must have some sort of non-detection to it.
Alright, it looks like they've got non-detection going.
Right.
Is there another individual that you would like me to attempt scrying?
I'm going to let you reach out to get my coin back.
I give you the coin back.
Okay.
It would be the Furbolg, but I might just go and look at my map. See if we can't spot him at a whole lot.
Alright, and we're looking for Boss's brother, correct?
Yes,
That's who you just tried.
That's who you just tried.
He's a Furbolg?
No.
No.
The
Oh.
Furbolg is the mercenary that Boss hired to help train the Misfits a while ago. Axe wants to kill him.
Oh, I know him.
Yes.
He's
Apparently he
also
might-
the
I
one
do
that.
want you to be aware, though, if you try to hire him, that's not going to stop me from killing him either way.
He's
That's clear.
also the one that Boss's brother was trying to go after, and probably how he got captured.
Alright, do you want me to try and scry the Furbolg?
Well, we know we might be at a whole lot. So you can
Yes,
give it
but a
try.
might is not as good as a no.
It's worth
As long as I don't
trying.
pay-
You know
as long
his
as I don't have to
name.
pay for it. Sure.
You know his name, so it should be easier than it normally would.
Do you have anything from him?
Nope.
No, I don't either.
Alright. Then I will cast a spell.
Alright.
Meta, I can't remember his name, but Farx would know his name.
You, how does scrying work real quick? Just give us a quick rundown.
Bot commands, if you type it in, it will pull it up.
Target makes a wisdom saving throw. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose as on the same plane of
Is it
existence
third
as
or
you.
first person?
It is third person.
As if you are watching them.
Yep. The sensor remains within 10 feet of them, and you can see pretty much anything within that area. Unless
And also
that is
hear,
blocked by non-detection.
and also hear what they hear, from what I understand.
Yes.
I never actually used that spell, though
It's important to
definitely
note
is
you can't actually hear a creature that is whispering, but you can hear a creature that is talking at a normal voice.
Oh, okay. That's neat. This is, of course, meta talk. I know my voice has been very weird this morning.
Probably good.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the joke real quick. This video. There you go, enjoy that.
Mm.
Oh god,
You can see
I just
him.
noticed it.
He's currently talking with an individual. Can you see other individuals, or is it just him that is?
I can see anything in the area that is not blocked by non-detection, so that includes other individuals or creatures.
Give me a sec. I have a phone call.
Has anyone else noticed what Telepathy 1 says?
Oh, for fuck's sake, bot! Ping chong ping wee, fuck you.
What's going on?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
what?
that-
Robocaller.
It's a robocaller talking about fucking Chinese embassy. If I want to get called by the Chinese embassy, actually fucking call me. Don't give me this bot bullshit.
Oh, you got one of those scam calls. I got one of those yesterday.
The
Lucky I
closest
don't get any of them.
The closest
Eh.
I ever had was you are a federal criminal. Please provide social security number and address so law enforcement may obtain you. And I'm just like, the fuck? I shit you not. It was literally a robocall saying I'm some kind of federal criminal.
Who the
and
hell
trying to get
said that?
information.
Who said that?
Huh?
Who do you think said that?
I'm seeing
it's not-
Today We Kill Pioneer.
Wait, what?
And then you see my emote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
set
that's
the
nice.
message. I just
I
want to
put-
see how
I
long
put
it would
the
take someone
emote.
to notice.
You said it, then I
Well,
looked and then I
I
saw it.
use Discord on
Where
my
is
iPad,
it?
which doesn't show that.
If you look at
Yeah,
telepathy
if
one,
you don't, if you do,
above
if you
where
aren't
right
looking,
underneath where it says telepathy one, it will say Today We Kill Pioneer.
it'll only show up if you're looking at Discord on a computer screen.
Yeah, I sent it in Magic Mouth.
Yeah, it only
Well,
shows
I
up if you
have
see it on the
it.
computer.
You can now add little descriptions to the chats to tell
And
people
it's
what
really
people,
distracting
what's
because
happening.
of that GIF. Anyway,
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah!
have to look
It's not a
away.
gift; it's a emote.
It's an emote that is a GIF.
Sure.
Do
Okay, I'll
you know
get
what
rid of it.
what a GIF file is?
No. There you go. Is that better?
Cool.
I feel like
I
it's
mean,
better.
I'm on a computer, but the thing is, that's just not showing up.
Anyway, so you do see other individuals.
Alright.
Uh,
What's the area
do you?
look like?
I'm just
Yes,
asking
you
if All right, you can see he's currently talking to an individual. Someone you've met before. Or at least you met in your dreams, and you really hate him already. It's First Lieutenant Hector. As First Lieutenant Hector kind of looks towards the direction that you're currently looking. And you can see he gets a small grin on his face. One that's quite subtle. But he apparently knows what you're doing. While still talking to this individual. I think that we can work rather well with each other. Say, what do you feel about getting some more intelligence from your boss? I could do so very easily. None expect it to be me. Good. Well, you're gonna go back there. Make a stop at that little port town.
I'll end the scrying, and I'm going to create a minor illusion of the location. Alright, Angerfist, the guy who took boss is right there. Feel free to go there and deal with that.
And are they alone?
No.
Who am I also going to have to deal with? That's also providing that I can actually even teleport wherever the hell that is.
It's worth a shot. I'm sure you and Nubex have this.
Angerfist, do you want me to come along as well?
If you feel like.
Might as well. Farx would inform one of the people wanting to learn more of the primordial truth that he's having to go for a short bit, though he will make sure one of his shamans come by to help teach them or begin it.
Yep.
And Farx will then contact the war chief, the Goliath dude,
Yep.
to have him send a ranger and a shaman out to this town for those who seek the primordial truth.
Alright, do you
Alright, well-
specify anything about them learning about the primordial truth?
Just
Or
Basically-
you know how these Goliaths work. They're very territorial. So,
yeah.
make sure you specify what you want them to do.
Farx. Oh wait, the shamans are actually Goliaths?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
It does
most
in
of your
hindsight.
Most of your shamans, if not all of them, are Goliaths.
Okay. Farx would make specifications, mostly emphasizing on it. Would I be able to be able to tell you more specifically further down the line, as I'm trying to come up with
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, you can. Cool.
Awesome.
So, you three are gonna go.
Otherwise, I kind of don't want to bother.
Oh. Alright, well, if you don't want to, then you don't have to.
Mostly because I'm not entirely confident we can actually take Hector with just the three of us.
Well, you don't know Hector's there because you weren't told.
Yeah,
You
I was
just
just-
told
So
that.
Alexander would have created an illusion of the actual scene.
Oh, right, yeah. So you
Yeah.
would have seen Hector there.
Yeah, so I'm not actually sure if us three can actually take Hector.
If you want to take a shot at doing it, then you'd better go quick, because I do not know how long he will be there. You have the opportunity of surprise, and I am far less useful than I should be right now. I believe I would only get in the way.
Newbeck, do you have your helmet teleport able to work? In case we need a quick out.
Yeah, but I don't see the point in going there.
Pardon?
Yeah, but I just don't see the point in going there. Did you explain to us? Actually, first, did you explain to us about him going back to seeing Boss
Nope.
or not?
Nope.
Okay.
No, he is not.
He's just gonna
You know
we
what,
can go there,
Farx?
but I would rather find the captain.
Finding him,
Oh.
getting this guy will probably be the best way of finding the captain.
I guess. Fine, let's do it.
Barks,
Yeah, I'm with you. Just real quick, Alexander. What were they discussing? Meta, Alexander, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Farx was just asking what the two were discussing.
They were talking about some sort of agreement. It's likely that he is going to go back to speak to Boss, but I do believe that right now is your best opportunity to take advantage of the situation.
Fair enough. That's all Farx wanted to know. Just
And every second you guys are wasting is a second that they are, well, adjusting to the new situation at hand.
well,
be
then let's
aware.
go. Righto. Or however you say it.
Well, actually, no, Angerfist isn't going to teleport. I'm not going. No, actually, thinking back, I'm not going to teleport there just on the off chance, just on the very likely chance that the teleport isn't going to work. I mentioned it before.
Does Nubex not have the ability to teleport?
It's more along the lines of if we accidentally end up somewhere where we can't teleport. Given that we ended up in a completely different location than where I wanted to go.
Alright, it's
They
your
might have a
choice.
way
I'm
of-
not going to force you guys to go in somewhere that I'm not going myself. I just wanted to provide the opportunity and my advice.
Yeah. My honest advice would be setting up some sort of ambush for him.
I believe I still have a way to contact the Misfit. So I can
I have a way to do
inform
that. I guess we just pull out the sending stone connected to the second in command. Veskel, I believe his name is? Mena?
I think Varx has one as well, I'm not sure.
Oh, the one that Angus has is actually Boss's.
So,
But Angus was planning on teleporting to the island anyway.
If you'll take care of it, then I'll go ahead and stay here. He may end up coming here at some point with it being, well, still technically neutral territory.
Yeah. Who knows? You might be able to get Axe on board with capturing him, though he'll probably just want to kill him.
Yes, he doesn't seem to be quite as stable as he usually is. Well, that's not
Really?
saying much.
It's like, really? He seems pretty much the same to me.
Hmm. Well, I don't know him nearly as well as you do, it seems.
It's like you don't remember that I gave you the monkey paw effect of that you don't like meat, or meat tastes like bad to you.
I don't think Varx knows that.
I did tell him.
Oh, you fucking
Yeah,
did.
he-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
you changed. That's why you changed yours. So then so then all his muscles withered away for a day.
Yeah, so I made
Oh,
you
that's
suffer. You couldn't enjoy
right.
meat.
Yeah, and he wanted to do that. He didn't want to, like, cripple you permanently, but he just wanted to get back at you. Okay, I fucking
Yeah.
forgot about that. Okay. Okay, I retake some of what Varx said.
Yeah, like you've always kind of known that Access a bit of a petty bitch.
That's a very nice way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Angus is gonna teleport back to Jimus's island, sending intel what misfits are there that well, basically the second in command, check in on Boss, and go look at his map.
Varx will just inform Alexander that he'll be staying in the town, doing his thing with those who will be following.
Varx, in
Right.
5 days, I'll need your assistance for 3 days. Make sure that your schedule is clear.
It will be. I just need time to get the ball rolling, as it were.
Alright, also in 3 days, we're heading to the next location.
Fine.
I might still be making my way to the Glythian Mountains at that point.
I'm aware. I will plan around you, Angathis. I appreciate you informing me. And then
Alright.
Alexander
Nivik.
turns to Jem.
Nivik
Okay.
like puts his hand up. I will also be heading there. The mountains of the giants, the giant lions.
Well, that is slightly unfortunate, but understandable. Jem, I need to sleep. I'm out of go-go juice.
Alright. Let's get you to bed then.
Like, when Alexander says go-go juice, Farx just, like, blinks his eyes slowly, like, processing what you just fucking said.
So, so no one's gonna try and teleport to that meeting. Am I getting that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angathis doesn't trust trust it on the basis of he tried to teleport to the Glythian Mountains and he ended up at fucking
Everyone's-
what did we end up in a variance?
Yes. You're at Salgravale, the capital of Salvaran. You're at the
were we?
port. Yeah, you're at the port
Yeah,
of Salgravale.
I think that was the first time we got teleported to.
In fact, the individual, someone saw you too. A rather perceptive individual. A one Mr. Fang.
Man, it didn't even occur to me that was where that was.
Well, when I said there are two crashing waves, or like the symbol of Umbri, I thought that would raise a point.
No, because I never really remember the fucking symbols of that place.
Yeah, fair.
Oh man, if I had actually known that, Angathis might have actually gotten something from there, so then he could just like pour that place at some point. Oh,
You mean
Yeah, 'cause then we ended up, like-
for drinking there?
No, there's no reason to go there. That's
Yeah.
why he didn't grab anything.
like go for a pub crawl on the fucking main continent.
Oh man, actually get some of get to try the aura drinks and also
Yeah.
Oh man,
Legitimate.
the
Like if I had known,
Golden Aura, the Platinum Aura, and the
if I had known that that's
the
where
Aura
that was,
Star.
Angathis probably would have grabbed something from there, even if it's just like a paver or something.
Meta, I'm not gonna lie. I think the Furbolg mercenary dude might still end up trying to do what he was planning on doing, because it doesn't seem like the lieutenant would really want him around anymore, with us knowing that the Furbolg is a double agent
Yeah,
son
it's
of a bitch.
very likely that he's just setting the Furbolg up to failure, and he's not going to care.
Yeah.
What? No.
Look, okay, we all know this kind of son of a bitch because we are that kind of son of a bitch.
I would never. How dare you think I would do such a thing?
You're right. I wouldn't set up someone that's someone of my own or pseudo of my own to fail. I'd just kill them.
See,
Actually,
we're
no,
all
Angathis might.
bast.
Angathis might set someone up to fail just so then he can laugh at them later.
See, we're all bastards.
Either way, Angathis is going to go check in on Boss, tell Veskel that the Furbolg is the traitor.
Alright, so you teleport?
He is teleporting to Jimus's island.
Ooh. You get to Jimus's island, and you get to Boss's location.
Yeah.
How's the goblins been setting shit up? Is it been going good?
If you
The
can
hobgoblin
imagine
defense
the-
line?
Could you imagine
so-
the beaches of Normandy just at a goblin scale?
Okay, cool. I need the visualization.
If Alexander was there, he'd be shocked that the goblin got back so fast.
They didn't go anywhere. You told them not to go anywhere.
Yeah, the goblins of war are efficient. You know, they're
No,
hobgoblins.
the goblin that he spoke to was on the hobgoblin that he told to shore up the fences. He told was in not the tip. What is above the tip?
Waterlong.
You told him before leaving.
Yeah, you told him before leaving. That was
Oh.
before you guys teleported.
Yeah.
Fair enough then.
So
Yeah.
you
That's why they had an entire change of plans and ended up fortifying the island.
So you teleport to location. And Fist, is it anyone joining you?
Nubek is.
Nubek.
He's sort of still on my shoulder.
Your former employer, both of your former employer, is now set up on an arcane life spot. He hasn't woken up.
That's unfortunate.
Vesco is sort of next to him. He looks like he's letting himself go. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow going.
We found out who the traitor was.
Yes.
He stands up.
The Furbolg.
Of course it is. The one we hired.
Yeah.
The other two said they had their suspicions on him.
As did I, as I recall.
Isaac and Barbosa, I think his name is. They had their suspicions. I told them to put it to rest. So he's the one who drops
Apparently.
the shield. He's probably also the one that gave the coordinates of this goddamn town as he punches the wall. You can see it.
Yes.
He actually leaves a crack in the wall.
Apparently, he might be coming back here to try and get more information. We don't know whether he's going to stop off at Midville on the way, though, so Fox is going to be there to try and capture him.
I don't think he'd be here for any information. He'd probably be here to finish the job.
Probably.
If he does, I don't want you anywhere near this town again. Not until you kill him. Not until you destroy everything he loves. His family, anything of his. I will pay you to stay away until you get it done.
Fortunately, we're also
He puts a hand on Anderson's shoulder. Anderson pulled me out of the shit a long time ago. We are brothers not by blood, but by coven. And to see him like this is not exactly what you would say is relaxing.
No, I'd imagine it isn't. If Fox is successful in capturing him, we're also going to attempt to get the what he's done to Nakara out of him.
Do so. If we can get his brother back, maybe he might be able to do something.
Yep.
One last thing on your list. No one else knows that boss hasn't woken up yet.
I will
Don't
not
let
tell
anyone
them.
else know. Not to anyone. Just stays in this room.
Oh,
Fine.
nobody won't tell no one either.
It's not in my interests letting people know that he is out of it.
Good. That includes any of the former strike team members. None of them get to know.
Fine. As you know, we are a group of assholes loosely held together by a deal with boss. I wouldn't trust him with I ain't gonna trust him with this information anyway.
Most likely the two people in the group that wouldn't say much are in the room currently.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, one of them would say so if Coin, the other one would probably say so if Boss passed. That's the only way that I think that either of you would say anything.
How much coin are we talking?
Tens, hundreds of thousands?
Yeah, I could say something.
See, Angerfist would reply if they offered Angerfist that money. Angerfist would reply, "You got that money on you?" If they say yes, he snaps their neck and takes the money.
Fair.
That's interesting. Alright, so. Steph, you're still walking. It's gonna take you a couple of days to get back, by the way. You cool with that? Steph?
Huh?
You cool with it gonna take you a couple of days to get back to your orc group?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Alex.
Yep.
You're just sticking around for the rest of the day?
Yeah. And Fox will begin teaching, and if his, shaman and ranger make it while he's still there, he'll basically, show them more directly how to handle the newcomers, you know?
Yeah, you're still happy to do a Pulp Fiction and just kind of just have coat on your hand and just sort of looking around?
Yeah?
Cool. You know what I'm talking about when I say Pulp Fiction, right?
No. I know the movie, I don't know what you mean.
I am talking... Yeah, that.
You said 5 minutes just showed up, it's like, what the fuck's happened here?
Alright, so. During the night.
Okay.
I imagine, Cho, you would have teleported up to Nose Mountain.
I mean, first he was checking in with Adrian and Akmali. And he's also thinking of maybe going to see Stockman about an item that will allow him to survive such a jump. The quickest way down is 100% just jumping.
I see why you want a Nubex now.
Well, if it's 30,000 feet up, and you fall 500 feet every 6 seconds... Of course, as soon as I open up the calculator, it doesn't want to work.
Always the way.
That's 60 rounds, which is 6 minutes falling.
Yeah.
And on the last round, well, you would probably want something like Featherfall.
Yeah.
So you would probably... Is there a ring of Featherfall? I think there's a ring of Featherfall.
Not sure if it's a ring, but there is an item of Featherfall. I just can't remember what it is.
why, but I also think it's the ring.
So, because I'm pretty sure it's Ring of Slowfall or something.
Sec.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, Ring of Feather Falling. Requires attunement. While wearing this, you descend at 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling. Oh,
Yeah.
so you can't actually cast it. You just kind of jump off the edge and
And slowly drift down.
Yes.
I think I actually have that ring.
Meta, he's Mary Poppins.
That now
I'm
takes
back.
50 minutes instead of like a couple of couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that takes 50 minutes. Are you cool with that? Just
I think
kind
Ibis would
of
be okay
being
with
in
that.
midair, just slowly falling.
I mean, it gives him the option of like he'd be able to use his being able to impact the air to sort of allow him to move towards the Goliathine Mountains.
I forgot you could do that. You're just gonna walk across the sky, just.
Yeah, basically, it's just the fact is I can't stand on the air. I can walk on it, I can't stand on it. So the feather falling thing is just for when I like just have to stop walking.
I'm gonna like look at Stockman. Do you have like a something
No,
to keep me in
this
place?
isn't Stockman just yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Angus is going to
Sorry,
attack
sorry.
Manly and Adrian first.
So
All good. I
get
thought
a-
you were at Stockman.
No, he's getting a sit rep of them and his Iron Fists.
Okay, too
You
easy.
get to see the map, and you get to see the Iron Fists on the map working as they scroll into that location. You can also see Cutoff. They're
Huh.
all in like spectral blue, so you can't really
This is
discern what they're wearing. But
yeah.
for some weird reason,
It looks
Cutoff
like
has
he's in a suit.
top hat.
Yeah, he's got a top hat. Huh.
You can
Never
also
really
see-
saw myself as someone who wore a top hat. He must be getting paid.
You also see Thornham, who is currently moving around large pieces of steel.
Yeah.
And you see Jack, who seems to be locking up a cellar, looking around and tiptoeing away from the cellar.
Goofus would pull out his setting stone to him. He's like, and what, pray tell, is in that cellar, Jack?
What?
Yeah, I have something that allows me to see what you're doing there.
It's my personal cellar. Do I really need to tell you?
As you're my subordinate, if I asked you a question, I would appreciate an answer.
It's my personal stash of, like, alcohol.
If I find out it's anything that's gonna No, you're smart enough not to do something to fuck me over, because then you get fucked over.
I mean, if alcohol is gonna fuck you over, I can always try it something else, I guess.
No,
Sorry,
alcohol is good.
not going to lie. I thought instead of putting it that way, Troy
I'm
was
assuming your
trying to say
tiptoeing thing
left.
Cutoff doesn't find it.
I honestly thought Troy would say left or right. Jack would go, well, what do you mean? Which fist do you want to get hit by? He didn't answer the question. You choose.
Wow.
I'm assuming you. I'm going to assume it's so secret this thing Cutoff doesn't rate it.
Yeah, this is the more expensive stuff. If he got into it,
There'd be nothing left.
yeah.
Understood.
Cool.
I expect a bottle
There's
when
I
I'm
get a
next in
bottle?
Port City.
there's a bottle. Don't worry.
Is I gonna look at him with like
Angus
pleading
would stop
eyes?
using the Angus
Yep.
would stop using the setting
You see him
setting
like
stone.
looking around, trying to see how you can see him.
This is rather enjoyable. I want to look at Outlook.
Alright, they move you over to Outlook, and you can see that place looks like it has been turned into some sort of military place or prison. You're not sure. However, there are a lot of tall individuals in this place.
Yeah.
And you can see they zoom in on one person who kind of looks familiar. His facial features would say that he would be Dreamfist. However, he looks like he's a little worse for wear.
Irritating. I'd like for you two to keep tabs on Outlook. Let me know if anything changes there.
Will do.
Or just in general, keep tabs on significant movement of the Sovereign Guard.
Will do.
And then Angus will go to Stockman.
Welcome, my old friends. It's been a while. How can I help
Yes.
both of you?
Well, I'm predicting I'm going to have to jump or walk myself off of a 30,000 foot mountain. Do you have
And
anything
you're
that'll be able to stop
wanting-
me from dying?
I have a few ideas.
I'm jumping off on his shoulder. Do you have anything to help me?
I
If
mean,
you can
if it
hold
stops,
on,
yeah, if
then
it stops me from
firstly-
dying, you'll probably be fine.
we have the Ring of Featherfalling. Rare, so you're looking around 4,500.
Yeah.
Next.
Next would be... How good are you at sliding?
Well, I've yet to try. Actually, no, Angus has tried. No, he had head splitter at that point. I've yet to try it with my new arm, but this stuff I'm pretty sure is a couple grades above what head split was made out of.
Slippers of Spider Climb might help. Next is the Wings of Fly.
Do they all have some sort of duration for what they do?
Of course, the Wings of Flying are temperamental, though. They can last 1 hour, but they can take up to half a day to regain their power. The Winged Boots are also something that can only last for a minute. Though upon activating them, I'm sure that would make it a lot easier for you to survive a fall.
Yes.
It would be the quickest way down, but I would say the safest would be the Ring of Featherfalling.
Then I'm going to defer to your judgment, Stockman. As Angus will pull out 4,500 gold.
He will hand you a small, deep blue with gold trimming box with a image of what looks to be two gold lenses with not two gold, with two silver lenses and red sort of things to represent his look. Do you need to see what his look is?
Nah.
Just imagine that there's like a sort of stylized face of this with the white hair, silver glasses, and red things, and that is his logo on the little
Nice.
box. Enjoy, my friend. And remember that you can always find me here at the black market.
Will do.
And what of you, Newbeck?
I'm good today.
That is good.
Hopefully won't fall off shoulders.
Good
We'll
luck
see what
with
happens.
that. As you open the box. If you've ever seen like a ring box, it's basically that, and inside is the ring of feather falling.
Yeah. Angerfist will... Actually, there's no real reason for him to take off the periapt, even if he's going to unattune from it. But he is going to unattune from his periaptive wound closure. He's going to put the ring feather falling...
What the ring of feather falling looks like.
Oh. Basically, he's going to take his gauntlet off of his left hand, put the ring of feather falling on underneath that.
Yep, and then put the gauntlet back on.
Yeah, and he's going to begin the process of untuning from the periapt and attuning to that.
Cool. So.
And then he'll teleport, after saying his goodbyes to Stockman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to Stockman. He will then teleport to Nose Mountain.
You teleport to Nose Mountain.
You mean sec?
It has been a second. That's a joke.
1 second later.
I'm back.
Welcome back. You teleport to Nose Mountain. You find yourself shunted outside of the building. The building seems to be closed for renovations.
But it's still on the surface of the top of Nose Mountain, though.
You are on top where the chair was.
Okay, that's
where
fine.
the chair is with a giant rod sticking out of it.
Yep. That's fine. Angerfist will just go and clamber down.
Yep.
And basically, we're either going to spend the night here, Newbeck, or we're probably just going to spend the night there.
You're not going to try and jump off?
Not at the very least until I've attuned.
Yep.
I don't know how long it takes to do so.
An hour.
Okay.
Wait, it's an hour now?
How long was it before?
A minute.
A minute. Alright, it's a minute to attune.
Oh, okay. How long until it's the actual end of the day?
A couple more hours.
Okay. How close do you think Angerfist would be able to get with that? Or would it be safest to just spend the night there and then go in the morning?
Either way, you've got several days of travel ahead of you.
Yeah. Alright, Newbeck, do you want to get going now or later?
Either way.
Actually, no, Angerfist will have us wait there for the night because he's going to continue his training for the enlarged thighs with Newbeck's help.
Alright, cool. So, as you all slip into slumber for the time.
I will be back.
Angerfist,
Yeah.
starting with you.
Yeah.
You find yourself you find yourself as a young age again. Your father coming home from work, going and grabbing an alcoholic beverage and taking a swig. It's another one of those days where he's had a bad day. You know what's coming. He'll get drunk, belligerent, someone's gonna get hurt. But is anyone gonna do anything? Is the law going to step in this time? Probably not.
Please, Angerfist knows they're not going to do shit. They don't care.
The law speaks big about stopping domestic violence, but in this case, it just seems like it's always that he can say that no one tries to de-escalate him. So he always gets away with it.
Which at some point people did used to try. At some point, depending on the age Angerfist can recognize, he probably has started to antagonize him.
But the age that you're at, in this dream, you're more aware than you were before. This place you are in, there are 3 Goliaths in here. Your brother, who's younger than you, and much, much younger than you in this one, still probably unable to even crawl. And another one that you don't recognize. Your father comes into the room.
Which meta strikes Angerfist as a bit odd because I know I've said this a fair few times, Tox. Angerfist and Brain Crusher were twins.
Sorry, I forgot that you're twins. My apologies. Not much younger. That's my fault. There's a third one there that's a little younger than you all. Than both of you.
Not one I recognize.
Nope. He kind of comes in, and as usual, your mother and him are in a rather heated fight. One that usually seems to always end with a bad night. Only this time, he's taking it out on this third Goliath. He picks up that younger Goliath, yelling, as he storms off, dragging it by its feet as it cries.
Honestly? Fuck no. Angerfist would probably try and punch him in the gut or something. Mostly because he's still pissed off. And even though this younger version of him isn't anywhere near strong enough.
This is more like when you were still like a toddler. Sort of thing. So this other kid, you have no idea whose Goliath parent this one is.
Yeah.
As you see your mother running after them, pleading for them to stop. And that is the dream you have, is of hearing the wails of your mother pleading for whatever's about to happen to not happen. Reminding you how far you've come.
Yeah.
But now
and how much
this dream seems strange.
Almost like a memory.
You don't remember having a third brother, or at least you don't remember that long back. Could be a repressed memory.
Which wouldn't
Ma-
surprise him.
Meta, angry toddler mode activated.
Ah, yes, shin kicker, go.
Hey, maybe that's what some people used to call him when he was but a child, when he was but a toddler.
Pioneer?
Yes, repressed memories. Oh,
Pioneer. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. You your dreams or your little things that you see is more of your past lives haunting you. Another one where you swore that you would be done with vengeance, but yet the same terrible things befell you again. It was a life of peace brought to a bloody end. Another kid dead. Another life ruined. Reality seems to really hate you.
God damn. Yeah.
Newbeck,
That is me.
your dreams are filled with sadness, an empty vault with but a single copper piece in it.
Picks up the copper piece and looks at it.
The copper piece has Baron Who with your face on it.
This isn't a dream. It's a nightmare.
And you seem to be trapped in this vault, unable to escape. A single copper piece being your solitary friend. Farx.
Yep.
Your dreams, you see through the eyes of your old clan members, one of them fleeing as they watched you massacre the town. And then watching you as you slowly began to grow in power. They have been matching you in power, watching you from the shadows, waiting for their time to strike.
Farx just says, I see. I figured this would happen.
The thing
Meta,
that you
it's
can't get behind is, why do they have a spectral hand?
spectral hand?
Yes. You only know one. He called himself a Dragonborn, didn't he? Or was he a lizard folk?
Wait. Oh, wait. Do you mean like a spectral hand? Like Maneater?
On to Axtef.
You motherfucker!
I've only just gotten back to. I don't know what the fuck's happened.
So, Meta, I was
all of it slowly.
about to make a joke that finally a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. Oh shit, it's Maneater. Fuck.
So you're gonna kill Maneater.
He might be a lizard folk, actually. And one of the survivors from his first slaughter.
So,
Yeah.
Extef,
Yep.
in your dreams, you find yourself missing an arm, chained to a wall, guards taking turns to interrogate you. What muscle structure you once had has faded, and all that is left is weakness. The guards mock you by holding up the contract that you signed with Jimis, saying that that no savage understands what they're doing. That is your dreams.
Sounds fun.
Alexander. You wake
Yes.
up with, or at least in this dream you wake up. You feel weak. You feel like it's a little harder to breathe. Moving hurts. Your joints, they feel off. You get out of bed with some great difficulty. Moving around, it feels like you have aged, but you still feel you still look in a mirror and look young. You are plagued by a cough, and yet you don't know where it comes from. You try to cast spells, but nothing happens. You feel weak and defenseless. You do not know what's going on. You have a sharp mind, but your body feels like it is betraying you. It feels like you are powerless in this world. Just another number. Alright. And finally, Gemstone.
Meta.
Yes?
Gemstones. Just meta real quick for gemstone streams. Everything is fine. There's a rainbow in the sky. The birds are chirping.
Basically. Your dreams are rather well off. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Everything seems to be rather well. Everyone around that you see seems to be healthy, happy, and getting on with life.
Awesome.
There just feels like something just outside of this vision of yours. There feels like there is something missing. You can just not put your finger on it, though.
I'm going to look around to see if I can discover what's missing.
You never can. Throughout your
Yeah.
dreams, whatever you're looking for just never seems to appear.
It's like me for
As Pharax, you wake up. You are the first to wake up. As you hear the room that you're currently in, the door creak open.
Farx looks at the creaked open door.
You can see two people holding a platter walking towards you.
Does Farx recognize these people?
They are the people that they seem to be the most outspoken of the people who wanted to go by the primordial truth, and they sort of kneel down, holding out a platter of different meats and fruits and vegetables. They're not quite sure what you eat, so they've brought the lot.
Fox technically could eat the fruits and vegetables, and he might actually have some of them, but he'll basically just have them go ahead and set down the platters, as they don't need to hold them up for him. And he's thinking about the dream, and just gnawing away at some meat.
Radio, they will leave you be. How could he do such a thing?
Honestly, Fox is kind of impressed because this has definitely been a long game.
Is it true though?
Yeah, that is the thing.
Or is this a lie?
That is also the thing. Meta, I have sown a truth. Let's test it out.
Meta, wish granted. Anyway,
How'd you find out? My plans are spoiled.
so next to wake up, next to be fully awake would be Gemstone, followed by Pymere and Alexander. So, Gemstone. Is there anything you wish to do before Alexander wakes up?
Just check around, make sure everything's okay. Make sure the room's clean, because he's probably thrown stuff everywhere.
Would you really do such a thing?
Who, me? Yeah.
Meta, at this point, it feels like Gemstone is your babysitter.
You know?
I
Alfred,
thought
yeah.
that was the job description.
I believe
pay
it is
double for it.
now. I believe it is now the 6th or the 7th.
7th.
Right up. Alright. So. Hi, Mia. You have a welcome.
Sorry?
Hi, Mia. You have awoken from these nightmares or visions, remembering more and more, as if the floodgates have been opened.
So I'm in pain, is what you're saying.
And that's what's happening. You're waking up in pain.
Because remembering memories, like, more and more, it's like the trauma that's been suppressed is now getting slammed into him. Okay.
Alright. Alexander, you wake up. Your place is nice and clean. You didn't leave like this.
I've been robbed. Okay, I get up. I go and eat. Then I contact everyone on the Sending Stone.
Yes.
You gotta wake the rest of us up that didn't get up. You bitch.
I am the alarm clock.
So, what do you wish to do now that it is a new day?
Me?
Yes.
Or just everyone? So once I've checked in with everyone to make sure that everyone's still alive and that making sure that everyone had the same nightmare I had, or at least similar.
Right. So
You had a weird dream as well. Interesting.
Just making sure that someone fucking with us and not just issues.
It could be. It could be fuckery.
Alright, can I get a bit of an update of everyone's current situation? Starting with you, Farox.
Still in the town. Though I think I may need to have a talk with Maneater. If I end up dying, well, you'll know who's the cause.
Axtef?
I was getting beaten by guards, chained to a wall, missing an arm, and they were holding up the contract that I signed that you gave me.
Oh, I see. Farox, was I in your dream as well?
No.
But yours
was-
had focused on Maneater, correct?
From what I could tell, it was Maneater. An
Interesting.
individual from my original tribe. One who escaped and has watched me from the shadows growing in power, waiting for his time to strike with a spectral hand. One just like Maneater has now.
I see.
Meta, really quick. So, Wynear to Farok. Someone from your home survived you killing them all. Same.
Hey, Tox, can you send me a picture of Maneater again?
Sure. An updated version as well, considering that it's been a while since you saw him. As a thing. He's still getting updates here and there, little tweaks, but at the moment, here you go. This is going straight to you. Right in front of your face.
The man need to make it work. Make it work.
Are there lizard folk that simply
no.
just don't have tails?
No, but
He-
you've never seen him without the thing on. He could have cut it off. You never know.
That is true. Oh, that is fucking true. It would also explain why he doesn't really need armor. Because he has natural armor. Fuck.
And would explain his
Appetite as well.
Yep.
Angerfist, did you have a nightmare?
Otherwise, I don't know if Angerfist is even awake yet.
Angerfist, you'd be able to wake up around now.
Okay. Define night. No, do not define nightmare because you actually fucking will.
Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, I had a weird dream.
Was I in it?
No. That it had absolutely nothing to do with any of you. Also, felt more like Also, felt less like a dream than anything else.
Interesting. Nubex, did you have a dream?
Nubix had a nightmare.
And what was your nightmare about?
Nubix is very, very, very poor.
Of course you were, Nubex.
It's a regular occurring nightmare.
I see.
Nubix had no money. Not even a gold coin.
And Pymere, what did you dream of?
Memories.
I assume bad memories?
I haven't gotten through them all yet. And that is straight up all that's said. I haven't gotten through them all yet.
Alright. Well, thank you all for informing me. Looks like someone was messing with our dreams to make us have a bad sleep. At least I think that might be their goal, or they're just fucking with us. Alright.
Let's be honest, we've all had dreams like this before that have ended up
And this
true.
poor.
That have ended up true in some regard. Or almost like a premonition or warning.
So you're saying Nubix is going to be very poor soon?
I don't think that's the case with you.
Alright.
All that comes through the
I
center
assure
is
you,
yes.
Farix, I have never had a dream like that.
Statistically, I think it's someone trying to make us doubt each other.
It's a many.
But I do not have enough information at this stage to make a final judgment. I'll get back to you all on that. For now, I'm heading to Horlot.
Right. You enjoy that. I'm about to step off a 30,000 foot mountain.
And I'm going as well.
You have Featherfall, don't you?
You get no reply.
Nubix doesn't reply either.
It's that meme. It's like I'm about to step off a 30,000 foot cliff. Yeah, Featherfall, right? Right?
I think the only thing you'd hear through the sending side is like Nubix like, wee!
No, what actually happens, Nubex, is that as Angerfist steps off the mountain, you see him able to walk 50 feet away from the top of the mountain before he starts falling.
And every 60 feet, you're moving 50 feet forward.
Yep. Towards the Goliathine Mountains. So Nubex is just like experiencing the fact that that apparently the Goliath, it is already like twice his size and can grow like 4 times his size, can apparently walk on air as well.
So, I would like to imagine I have a GIF of what it would kind of be just without the rail. I've sent it once before. But, I'm gonna find it. So just continue whilst I look for it.
Yeah.
Alright, so Alexander is going to prepare and teleport both himself and Exdeath. How close to Midway are you?
How far along have I gone, Max? Would you say?
You'd be a day away.
So 1 day out of the 3 days to make it back to the rest of my orcs. Has
I'll be back.
passed.
You're a tad bit of a pain to teleport to whenever I need to, aren't you?
Well, I don't ever plan on people teleporting to me.
Fair enough. I just can't really come pick you up. Tharx, are you... I'll leave you to mess with your people. Is there anyone who would like to come along for a little excursion? Mostly information gathering. No? Alright.
Gemstone is standing by, assuming that she'll be coming.
Yeah. Everyone else's default off, maybe they'll come. Gemstone is default on, maybe they won't go. And then with that, Alexander's going to teleport himself and Gemstone to Horlot.
Alright, roll me a d6.
I have returned. Oh.
4.
4. Congratulations, you appear on a dock.
Well, that's perfect. I look around.
Yep,
Is there someone nearby?
yep.
Hey, where are we?
Oh. Hey, Lord Alexander, you're at, Longshore. What are you doing? Are you here to see, Mike McDrop again? He wasn't expecting you.
Huh. Interesting. I'm now going to try and teleport 10 miles outside of Horlot.
Alright, roll another d6.
4.
You appear at a dock.
Same dock or different dock?
Doesn't look like the same one this time.
I'll go and ask someone where we are.
Yeah. You find a person who is currently hitching their what looks to be fishing boat up. You will be at Salgravale, good sir.
I see, thank you.
You're welcome.
Meta, he just grabs like some random ass thing from there. He just grabs a
I'm
barrel.
just checking where we are on the map. Salgrail, did you say?
It's not on the map.
It's not on the map.
You're on Unbarrens.
Yep, you're on it. You are on Invariance again.
Home of the Big Dick Noble Cash Money team.
Also, you may want to get the fuck out of there.
I fear no one. I'm going to go to a souvenir shop.
You as you say that, you hear the sound of a ping of an M1 Grand. And suddenly your pants are just missing. You wear undies, right?
Yes.
Oh god, I'd hope you are. Yeah. Do you fear now?
No.
He just looks down and he's like, huh.
Anyway, that doesn't actually happen.
More breezy, super
However,
easy.
However, I know for a fact that by the time you get to a souvenir shop, you'd have no way to pay for it because you would have nothing on you except your undies. And you would be burning in the sun. You fear no one until the no one is the final witness, or Rizzo. Then you might want to start fearing. Anyway, you find your way to no souvenir shops, because there's no souvenir shops. There's general stores. And there's a place that looks like a store used to be there, but instead there is an individual who looks like they are straight out of science fiction. It says, "To our friend, Harold Sales. For the owner of Harold's Emporium of the Weird and Wonderful. You will be missed."
Hats off to a real lad there.
It brings me pain.
I go to a general goods store.
Alright.
Hello.
Oh, welcome. What can we do for you?
I would like to buy this store.
Nope.
Don't you mean how much?
No, I mean no.
What do you mean, no?
I recently bought this store, and it's doing pretty well for itself. I'm thinking of giving it to my son once he's old enough. I tell you what, though, there's a place that's struggling not too far from here. Give me a sec. I've got to pull up some ancient information. Blows dust off of Enverance.
Yeah. Meadow. Alexander's one true weakness. Something that he can't throw money at to solve.
Locations, Salvalran. I think you'll find that Wallace's goods might need some help. You might be able to talk him into it.
Sure, I'll go there.
So you look and you find Wallace's goods. The place still looks pretty good. It's got its sign is set up properly. The windows aren't broken. Everything looks like a proper store. You walk in. Welcome to Wallace's Goods. How may we help you today?
Hello. I'm looking to buy your store.
And how much do you have to buy the store?
How much are you willing to sell it for?
As this is in a prime city, owned and operated by some of the strongest people to ever grace Endrest, you won't find many places selling anywhere less than south of 10,000 gold. So,
I'll give you 20,000.
Very good.
Under two conditions. One, you continue working here as an employee.
Mm-hmm.
And two, you accept that you get a 10% cut of whatever we make.
Sounds fine to me. He'll start writing out a contract. Do you start getting the money out?
Yep.
He looks at it. We don't accept that tender here.
What do you mean?
Apparently, as of late, those who have this coin have interrupted the accord that is not signed by many, but is followed by many. And this Alexander fellow is one of them who has broken it.
Interesting.
It's,
First time hearing of it.
It's this, the newest law of the land is if it's not good for business, then it's not good for business. And when someone's taking over neutral territories, it's bad for business. So we must follow the new laws. As much as I would love to take this tender, I cannot. It is not
Alright.
legal in this.
Do you accept gemstones?
location. You would have to get those in legal tender.
Looks towards the giant next to him.
Meta, I shit you not. Instead of gemstones, I thought, do you accept gemstone? Like you were offering her up or something.
I almost wouldn't put it past him if it was something he really wanted.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. Alright.
You can get those. Let's see, where can you get those apprised? You can get those apprised in the upper class district. There's a guild known as the Diamond Star. They should be able to get that, give you the gold that it is worth.
Alright, I'll head there and do that.
Alright. You head off as you make it to the Diamond Star, where the gates are currently closed. There is what look to be some finely dressed individuals who are behind the gate, just conversing.
Hello there.
Ah, you're here to join the guild?
I'm here to make an exchange. Exchanging gemstones for currency?
If you join the guild for 10 gold a month, you can get gem priced at a higher price.
What are the conditions on joining the guild?
Well, you send a portion of gold, determined by your pay, to the guild every month, and you do not steal from the guild.
I'm not
After
really
that,
that into
that's
gems
different.
myself.
Right. Well then, I guess they point you to a direction. That way you'll find our public area
I'll head there.
off your trot. As you reach it, you can see there's a line of people waiting to go in to get gems apprised. Do you wish to wait?
I'll offer each person a platinum coin for me to take their place in line.
Right. The person at the back refuses. Do you continue down the line past the one at the back?
No.
Right, so you'll wait at the back then, since he refused.
Sure.
After about an hour, you get to get into the store, and you can see that there are two people manning behind glass areas. You know what those sort of things are?
Yep.
People are dropping gems off into like a small disposable area, which is a drawer, and the person is pulling it back, counting them out, and then putting the money in, and then pushing the drawer back the other way.
Alright.
as eventually you get to the front. Hi, welcome to the Diamond Star Public Sector. What can we do for you?
Hello, I'd like to get these gems converted into coin of
Right.
various denominations. And then I'm going to give them 100,000 gold worth of gems.
Right. You pour the gems into the thing, and they pull it over. So you're going to need to wait for us to get this amount of gold out, and also to make a background check to make sure that all of these are not stolen. Do you agree to these terms?
Sure.
And finally, where are you from, so that we can make sure that we send this gold to your bank?
That doesn't sound very good for business of you.
Excuse me? $100,000 gold is not exactly something people walk around with. You're going to tell me that you can walk around with 100,000 gold?
Yes.
Do you know how heavy that is?
Yes, I am aware.
You don't exactly look like a bodybuilder, sir.
But she is. I gestured a gem.
You still need to know where your bank is so that we can make sure that...
I tap on
have
one of my bags.
Oh, another one of you. Alright. So, she slides a piece of paper back into the thing, for you to grab.
Alright, I take it.
Says that you will receive a sending to you. Just leave your name on this piece of paper, and you will receive a sending when it is ready.
Alright, and how long will it take for it to be ready?
That will depend if we find any illegal gems here, sir. As you
Alright.
know, gems are hard to exactly pin down for many things, but
What's the shortest duration of time?
With this many,
Yes.
you're looking at 10 business days.
No, I will take my business elsewhere.
Good luck. As she pours
You'll need
all
it.
of the gems back into the thing, and then just pushes the drawer over so that you can collect your gems.
I collect them.
Next.
And then I'm going to head back. I'm going to use Fabricate on 20,000 gold coins to convert them into 20,000 gold coins with... what is it called? The correct symbol on it.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, I've had coins from this place
From here?
before.
Alright. Do you remember what it looks like, though? As I did say what face it was on. And what it looked like. If not, you can make a history check. I'm pretty sure you'll
Sure, I'll make a
succeed.
history check. Just in case I get in that one. $21.
21. Lord Allegrassor, the late leader of this town, was on the gold piece.
Alright. Then I'll go through and do that.
Alright, cool. How much does 20,000 gold coins fit into
A 5-foot cube? Yes, it does.
Cool.
Fits into roughly a
Where are you doing
3-foot
this?
by 2-foot coin. Just an alleyway.
Alright, cool. And it takes 10 minutes?
Yep. I believe fabricates 10 minutes. Let me check. Yep, 10 minutes.
Alright. 2 minutes in, guards turn and look. What are you doing down here? As they see, like, gold being melted and changed. That's not legal tender. Who are you?
Meta, it's time to skedaddle.
I'm just going to show them my pedigree. I'm legally allowed to print money.
Your pedigree, no name? Or are you showing the name as well?
Name as well.
Alright. Well, the leader of the group calls in real quick. So you're gonna have to come with us.
Sure.
He motions for some of the guards to help with what's left of the gold to move it.
Once it's all back in a bag, I'll follow them.
They take you to the castle.
Meta, this has gone in such a wild direction. Though I don't mind, because then it means the session will end and I won't need to deal with the Marinita situation just yet.
Now let's go to Farrell.
As you are turned from the as you were turned from there and moved over to the fortress section, going to a place that is known as the Vigilant Ones Chosen.
Alright, am I detecting any magic as we're heading there?
You are actually detecting a lot of anti-magic going there.
Interesting.
To the left, which are so you get to when you get to the fortress section, there's two areas. One to the right, that has two forts, which is Fort Helm and Fort Serengard, and to the left, which is known as VOC, Vigilant Was Chosen. In the one that is the Fort Serengard, it also seems to have a guild connected to it, which is the Swords and Shields Guild, also known as the Knights Guild. The same guild that offers those who wish to become knights their pedigrees and stuff. I will be right back. Think about what you're going to do as you're being taken to the place that seems to have a heavy anti-magic zone around it.
Gemstone leans over. I think you're being arrested.
Can't be, I haven't done anything illegal.
Yet.
Well, technically they think you're a domestic, international,
Terrorist.
some kind of terrorist. Yeah. Because of the miscommunication with the sending that the mayor dude sent.
There's also the fact that
Obviously,
you've been
the
denoted as bad for
situation-
business.
Obviously, the situation has changed.
Either way, I'd have diplomatic immunity for that.
Yeah.
Based on the rules that Tox laid out, I should have diplomatic immunity for it, as I have not killed anyone to cause a crime. Killed
fact,
any of
you've
their
actually-
people to cause a crime.
Yeah.
I've also not
In
created
fact-
the crime on their soil.
In fact, you even actually helped the leader of the neutral territory by, one of your allies bring him back to life after he was assassinated by a murderer or an assassin.
That he hired. But people don't know. that.
They don't know that.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, with Maneater, there have been some oddities that I've noticed, and this does just make some sense.
Yeah. I just like the fact that like Cox likes having a survivor when a character, like when a player character has a slaughter that they've committed in their past. Cox likes throwing a survivor at them and seeing how they'll deal with it.
Yeah, I figured it would happen. I think he's done a very clever job because Dragonborn and Lizardfolk would look
Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, Maneater definitely is deranged enough. I think he's cut off his own arm. That's why he has the spectral one now.
Yeah.
So if he felt like he had to, he would definitely cut off his tail.
Yeah. Like your survivor went to a lot more lengths than the survivor from my slaughter. The survivor from my slaughter just joined a fucking cult.
Cult.
Granted, that cult was through Necrel Narx, someone that if left alone would have plunged this plane into the abyss.
Effectively, if it is true, Farx may just decide that the two of them should end it, just the two of them by themselves. End it with a final fight.
End up with a big bang.
Yeah. If he wins, he gets his vengeance. Though he will obviously just need to leave the primordial order and leave it be. As long as it doesn't try to fuck with him, which he'll be sure to order the war chief not to fuck with him. As this is a duel to settle grudges. Grievances. Honestly, if that is how Farx does end up dying,
I can
and
kill you if
then
you want.
so be it. And that's something I can live with. It's sort of the situation with Perhoof, where it was relatively on his terms. Though I am still pissed at you for using your thing to help.
You know, I actually
You're welcome.
changed it.
No, he's talking about Celestia game where me, an already dead person, used my last inspiration to fuck with his character.
Yeah.
I got crushed by ice meteors.
Yep. But hey, at least Prohoof died, not due to his own shitty memory.
Or me panicking. It was more or less on his terms, or my terms.
Yeah. Oh, no, Echo made peace with what happened to him. It's just me, myself, pissed off at myself due to my shitty memory. I'm pretty sure, I'm reasonably sure, even though apparently Atlas was controlled at that point. Them hearing that wyverns are coming, if Echo doesn't return, would have allowed Echo to live.
Yeah. Honestly, I think you just kind of panicked like I did with Merlin.
Oh, I wasn't. I can assure I wasn't panicking.
Well, maybe
My
not
mind.
panic. That your mind went blank.
My mind does that a lot. Trust me.
It wasn't so much I was
I was more-
panicking with.
The panicking was more against that fee.
The with Merlin, it wasn't really panicking. It was more I just didn't know what to do in this situation. The fact that I turned into a wizard at a random point, I don't think helped me because I literally have never played a wizard up until that point.
Yeah.
And I was like chucked into like level 7, level 8. So I think that in just the situation, looking back, there were definitely a bunch of ways I could have actually survived.
Yeah.
You know, like casting mirror image or invisibility. Or using my reaction for fucking shield.
Yeah.
Alright, I've returned.
Welcome back.
Yo.
Hello.
Alright, so after are you still gonna follow are you still gonna continue with the guards? As they are
Yep.
Alright. You get to a point, the guards look towards Gemstone. Shardmind, you're going to have to stop here. Any further and you may die.
Excuse me, what?
A consequence of the heavy anti-magic field past this point. If the Shardmind enters, the soul will be destroyed. Their being
But
will
shard
just cease
mines
to
aren't
be.
magic. They're psionics. How would they be destroyed? Alexander looks at them, puzzled.
The ones who set this up said that as Shardminds are born from the Eye of Arcanum, they can be very easily crumpled by the same anti-magic field that is past this point. Now, you can refute his claim, but we're not going to do that.
Very well, so be it. I shall continue. Gem, you may remain here. This should only take a couple hours.
Alright then.
Alright, you step forth into a doorway. The guards do not follow you past this point. As you enter, the magic that you felt...
I'm
gone.
not stepping for anything just yet.
Oh, alright.
Excuse me, where are you taking me?
You'll be going through that door and meeting some individuals who want to talk to you.
Who are these individuals?
They are Master Knights.
Very well. I step through.
Alright, cool. Organizations and groups. Is it groups? Yes, the Swords of the Vault. So, sitting as you enter into this building, sitting at what looks to be a half moon-like, a half moon, a half crescent moon, are these individuals. with an extra seat next to the female one.
I see.
The female is in the center, left. To the right, there is an empty seat. Each one seems to have a corresponding color of their seats. One has a yellow backed seat, one has a red, another has a blue, brown, one looks like a maroon, and the last one that has nothing in there is a purple. A deep purple that looks like it is almost abyss magic levels of purple.
All right.
Alexander, is it?
Indeed, it is. And what might your
Right.
names be?
I am Madame Goodrun. These
It's nice to meet you, Madam Goodrun.
are the Felon Masters. You are missing one of them, as he is normally never at his meetings. Sir Baldar, Sir Kunagan, Sir Oxton, and Sir Volchard.
It is nice to meet you, and Alexander would greet them each by name.
Sir Volchard is the one that has the giant tower shield. Sir Oxton is the one with the halberd. Sir Conagan is the one with the spear. Sir Baldar is the one with the mace. And Madame Goodrun is the one with the shield and sword.
Are they currently sitting?
Yes.
Is there a seat for me in the general
Nah.
area?
But there looks
Alright.
like there's like a small circular area for you to stand.
Alexander makes his way over to that circular area then.
Now, it's come to our attention that as we have all graduated from the Knighthoods group, we have noticed that you are missing a key feature of your kingdom. You're missing the Knight's Code.
His eyes light up at that.
Now, as we are all masters of this, we can arrange for something, but we need you to cease these silly little games of yours you're playing out here. This area belongs to us and to the Big Dick Cash Money Noble team. It's not that I wouldn't want you to have a monopoly. That's up to you. But for now, with what's going on that continent, we would rather you deal with that before you move on and change your ambitions. Would you be happy with that? To return back to your continent, and in return we shall set up the Sword and Shield Guild in your city to be able to train the next generations of guards, knights, and royal guards.
I have two conditions. Firstly, I'd like to have a say in which individual you're sending to actually train these guards, as I'd like to make sure that they're not one that's going to cause problems. And secondly, I'd like to spar with one of you.
Spar with one of us.
Yes, please.
That one we might think about. I'm not sure how well you would do against any of us. We are all...
I don't care if I win or lose. I just want the experience.
Right. Though, as for the first one, you already know who's going to be going with you.
Do I?
Yes. Your Shardmine outside. She is a companion at arms. Given a little more training, she would make a fine knight, and from there she'll be able to train guards.
I see.
That will take a year or so, but if you agree, we will be able to expedite that, as we have an individual here that is known as Alistair Starbright.
I think that's a marvelous idea.
Good. As for who you want to verse or spar, who would you like?
Madam,
You wish to spar me?
yes, please. Unless you're opposed.
I'm not opposed, but as the leader of this group, I guess you wish to see how good of a leader I am. Man, also because of the image that is being sent, I'm sure you know where that's from.
I actually don't. I recognize the book background, but I don't know from where.
Pathfinder First Edition.
Ah,
This was back before I knew that Hero Forge was a thing. I'd love to try and make these guys in non-Hero Forge, but I just don't have the patience to try.
that
Very
is
well.
fair.
By the customs, you will be allowed one weapon of your choice, and you will be allowed to choose an armor of your choice.
Very well. I assume magic is permitted.
Magic cannot be casted in this hall, nor can it be casted outside. In here, there is no magic. Everything in this room is at the whims of nature. The arcane thread, as some like to call it, is broken in this room. It is not in the interest of this hall to allow for magic users to come in here gallivanting, as Master Deathcrook has made it very abundantly clear that the only magic cast is the ones that he has to cast. As emerging from a cellar door comes Master Deathcrook.
Oh,
You can see he is still brimming with magic coming off of him, before he then finally seems to have the magic stop and he goes and sits down, staring towards you.
interesting. Then would it be at all possible to have this fight somewhere where magic is possible?
Magic is something that cannot be used as a non-lethal combatant. You are aware of this, yes?
I do not intend to use magic on you.
You intend to use it on yourself, to buff
Indeed.
yourself beyond what I could damage you with.
I do
wouldn't
not know
say
your
the
limitations or
first.
capabilities.
I would say it's the first time, but it's not. I've had many cocky magic users of 9th level come in and think that they can do something against me.
If it's worth anything, I do not expect to win this even with the use of magic.
You hear
I just think that'd allow me to better gauge this.
You hear within your mind. If you do die, there's an item of yours I'm taking. You get the sense that's from Deathcrook. His speak seems broken in a way, as if it is not his natural speaking. Common is not his natural language. He might not be saying the right words, or he just doesn't seem to be conveying all the right things.
Interesting.
Oh, and there's a banner behind them with a motto. Behind us the vault stays. In front of us the enemy will stay at bay.
Interesting. Well, what do you say to those terms? Is that acceptable?
As long as neither of us are going to die, sure. However, I'll make sure I'll have a cleric on hand just in case.
Very well.
As she walks over to you, holds out a handshake.
He shakes their hand.
Please enjoy conversing with the rest while I go talk to your... What is your mind's name?
Gemstone.
Gemstone. I'm sure she'll make a fine knight. A fine royal knight if she can muster it. As she walks off. It seems like Master Deathcock is currently staring at you as if he is looking straight through you.
Alexander would walk over and offer a game of chess.
With a wave of his hand in this arcane void area, a chessboard would appear with pieces.
I'm also okay with you just saying that he beats me if you don't think that I would even stand a chance.
There's a chance you could win, as this is the first time he's going up against you, and in my opinion, that's the fact that he's only meeting you now, there's still a chance. So go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Okay, flat check? Or do I have proficiency if I'm proficient in the gaming tool?
If you're proficient in the gaming tool, yeah.
Okay.
You reach a stalemate. You both end up only having kings left. You get to see his plus.
Nice.
That was
To end the game
on-
after we've achieved a stalemate, I move my king in to attack his, even though that's an illegal move.
He would stand up and...
I
hold
just
out
want to
his
judge his
hand.
reaction to that.
He would stand up and hold out his hand.
I shake his hand.
How much do you know about creatures with 4 fingers instead of more?
You mean like goblins?
No. This one's too tall to be a goblin.
I actually don't know a lot off the top of my head.
But this hand is alien.
Apologies, real quick. How do you calculate spell save DC?
8 plus proficiency plus wisdom modifier for you.
Thank you.
If you don't mind me asking, what are you?
An aberration, as you call me.
Interesting. From beyond the mind's eye?
From another plane.
And if you are what I think you are, I apologize for all that you have seen.
What do you think I am?
Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what the race is called.
Can you give me a description of what they look like?
I believe they are slaves to the Mind Flayer. They're humanoid, pointy ears similar to elves, but longer. I don't know how many fingers they've got, but their arms are longer than regular people.
Right. Well, they're also usually rather short, but this person is about 6 foot.
Ah.
And his hand is 4 fingers, as one of those creatures usually has.
Are you a Mind
fingers and
Flayer?
thumb.
Or a Lithid, as I should say.
Some would call me that. Many would rather call monster.
Many would be wrong. A monster is defined by their actions, not by who they are. Not by what they are, I should say.
I like how you're making friends, Trimus.
Friends more like acquaintances.
He's going up in the world.
Gemstone. The
Yes.
knight with the knight with the shield exits the hall. Gemstone, is it?
Yes, it is. And you're?
Madame Goodman, as she holds out her hand to shake.
Nice to meet you. I will shake her hand.
From very limited sources, you have recently been given the epithet of Companion at Arms. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
Well, you have the express permission from our group, so you choose it to stay here for a week to rise in the ranks of knighthood. So you choose to accept it, that is up to you.
I am very grateful for the opportunity. If Alexander bids it, then I shall accept.
So, he calls the shots, does he?
Most of the time, yes.
I shan't judge. At this point, she'd look back in and see that you are shaking hands with the Illithid. Oh no, the Illithid is making more friends. Also,
Aw, so is Alexander.
I knew it.
yes, your friend Alexander does seem like a interesting one. What is your relation with him?
Meta, I just have to say the way she said, "Aw, so is Alexander." That sounds like something a mom would say. I just gotta say it.
Cleans up his room, stops him from getting in too much of a mess, speaks for him, and cares a hell of a lot of him. Of course we've got Mama Gem.
My mom could beat up your mom.
That's probably fucking true.
They can't. Both Agathis and Farix's mothers are dead.
That just makes it easier.
Sorry.
Rough.
I was about to make a twisted joke about that.
That's very rough.
Well, it's a little complicated, but he would likely say that I am slave zero or right hand or housekeeper, bodyguard, uh, various similar things.
Well, let's hope that he recognizes your talent. As from what I have heard, Lady Alice recognized your talent.
Indeed.
I just
It was
realized there
truly
is
an
a lot
honor
of
to meet her.
powerful females in Adherence. And this one,
Excellent.
the Big Dick Cash Money Noble team never met this group.
Yep. I can almost imagine the shit show that would have entailed.
Are they good for business? Definitely not, because one of their things is that their whole thing is if they can get their hands on powerful relics, no one will ever see them again.
Yep. And the Big Dick Dough Cash Money team kinda liked using the powerful relics they got.
Yep.
I like this group. I genuinely like this group.
Their whole thing is that they are trained in every form of fighting style, including anti-mage styles that aren't
They're
actually.
super cool.
Yeah. The only one that is probably the scariest, though, is Master Deathcrook, because he can use magic in a magical void.
Yeah.
Watch out for that man. If you can call him a man. He is a monster to some, an alien to others. There are some very unpolitically correct jokes I could make there, but I won't.
I'm sure he looks like a snack to some people that are adventurous in eating.
Ah! So, she, hands you a contract to mull over, as she then walks back in. Alexander, after this, you would have finished shaking hands and figured out what Master Deathcrook is. Alright, your guard has been informed. Apparently, she says that you have the final say. Feel free to go talk with her. As for where the fight shall be held, there is a arena in this fort that you shall be called upon when the time is ready. Probably not today, as we have matters to discuss about moving resources to your land. Also, please return in the next hour to sign your official contract.
Alright, I'm walking out the door.
Jem, do you hold on to the contract and show, or do you put it away?
I hold on and show.
I read the contract.
I, name here, of course.
Sorry, you have to keep reading out contracts.
Yeah, it's cool.
Are we back?
Put name here, blah, blah, blah. Have accepted to train under the ranks of knighthood to, become the current knight of the, what was it? What was your empire called? Was it called the Empire? What was it called?
The Imperium.
To become the official knight of the Imperium. And slowly become the Grand Master Knight of the Imperium. To do so, I will be required to stay here for a week of training, to receive my knighthood. signature, date, and yeah, that's about it.
That all seems good.
All right then. This is pretty cool. Though only a week seems like a fairly short time for this type of training.
Walking out when you say that is one of the bigger individuals.
Alexander says, not if they use a montage.
Which is Sir Volkart, the one with the big shield. You'll be going into a time bubble. You'll be there for a year. To us, it will be a week.
Oh, I see. Hello there. My name is Gemstone.
You can see now that he's walked out, his black blade is emitting a smoke-like effect.
Excuse me, might I know the name of your sword?
It doesn't have a name. Not a name that many know of. To me, I
Might-
just call it Ethereal's Gash.
I see.
Keeps anyone who goes into the ethereal plane from being able to be hidden from such magic or such attacks.
Very cool.
As he seems to be walking off, shouldering his long sword. Would you guys like to leave, or would you like to watch each of the knights start walking out of the building?
Alexander's going to watch each of them.
Right. The next to leave is Sir Kunungan, which is the one with the spear. He walks past. His weapon doesn't seem to have any changes to it. Not really anything seems to change when he leaves, though it seems like he's wary of everything around him. So maybe he's got more senses, like blind sense and tremor sense or something.
I see.
Next exit is Sir Boulder, which is the one with the mace. As he leaves, you can see his mace seems to be kind of half transparent.
Interesting.
He keeps walking if you don't ask him any questions.
Yep.
Sir Oxen walks over to the door and closes it behind him as he leaves. He also doesn't look like anything's changed on him when he leaves that building. But he looks at you for a more than an uncomfortable couple of seconds.
Alexander just stares him down.
I will nod respectfully.
There's just an excitement in his eyes.
He just looks at you, leans down. You look like my brother.
Thank you?
He's never gonna believe me that I found a lookalike. As he walks off.
At least he didn't say I looked like his sister.
Meta, the where's your tits joke
Yeah.
coming back.
Yep.
He turns and looks at you. I've seen what happens when people piss off magic users like that. I don't intend to be such a rude cunt.
Everyone here is so nice.
Maybe I'll be okay.
Right? In before. And the montage is just you having to keep replacing parts of yourself over and over again.
Dodge!
Meanwhile, when it comes to the fight of Alexander, 6 seconds and he's done.
Meta, let's get down to business to defeat the Hunts.
How'd you make that work
Oh my
for
God.
the Sovereign Guard?
The god. To
defeat-
defeat the god.
The Sovs.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, there's no good way to do it, honestly.
I just make it to defeat the god.
To
Honestly.
defeat the God. I ask for valiant soldiers. I've forgotten how the rest goes. Anyway, so to avoid copyright, I'm glad I've forgotten. So, you have an hour to explore this city, or do you just want to stand there? And discuss anything.
Is there a casino?
Let me check. Sargavale, do you have a casino? Upper class section of Sargavale has a guild along with several manors and the keep of the Sentinels. A large area full of different religions. Middle class of Sargavale has many houses for comfortable size, 2 libraries, a guild, school, inn, and jail. The guild is a housing guild. The schools are not going to be that. The lodge, maybe the lodge might be where you'll find some gambling, but not a casino.
Good to know.
Taverns, Westerly Winds, Sleeper's Tavern. I remember Sleeper's Tavern. Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Lower class of Sargavale has small apartments and houses. Market Square. The Market Square has large building houses, many permanent stores and non-permanent stores. 3 blacksmiths, Taylor's Smith, Hammered Nail, Jorah's Pummel, the Magic Shop, Harold's Emporium of the Weird and Wonderful, which no longer exists, which has a statue there instead. The general stores are Henry's Store, Wellworth, Crazy Mark, Terrence Tools, and Wallace's Goods, with 6 random other stores. Sargavale Square is a large garden with several stone statues to heroes who were born in Sargavale, and in the middle of the park is a lake. Workers section, blah blah blah, has Taylor Sales. The inn is Tattered Sales. Fortress section you just heard about. Other areas, which is the vault.
Interesting. I will go
What-
somewhere where I can spend money for an hour.
What do you think about the name of Wellworth? Do you know what that's reference to for general stores, Wellworth?
Woolworths.
Yep. And what about Crazy Mark?
I
Please tell
don't know
me-
that one.
Please tell me. Oh, it's
Hey,
Crazy
Mark?
Clark's.
Oh.
I guess it wasn't that big. I thought it was all over Australia. I thought Crazy Clark's was something that was found everywhere, but I guess I am wrong. Damn, so it would have gone right over everyone else's head.
Yep.
Sad. And then there's also random stores if you want me to roll the d6 to try and figure out what random stores will be there as well.
That is all good.
Really? Because I got it right here. I
Is
got the
casino
d6.
one of the options?
Huh?
Is a casino one of the options?
Weapon dealer, armor dealer, food dealer, magic item dealer, arcane item dealer. Why is that? Alright. Book dealer, instrument dealer, rare item dealer, map dealer.
Okay, sure.
hiking
Roll
gear
the
dealer.
d6. There's enough
TV.
things that are interesting there that I might get one by one.
Well, it's actually a d12 6 times. Alright, so there is a book dealer, there is a food dealer, a weapons dealer, a hiking gear dealer, another food dealer, and an instrument dealer.
Could I spend my inspiration to make you re-roll that?
Sure.
I will do so.
There is now a hiking gear dealer, a crafts dealer, a rare item dealer, a weapons dealer, an instrument dealer, and another crafts dealer.
I'll go to the rare item dealer.
Alright. Welcome! What can I do for you, sir?
Do you have any fancy swords?
Got plenty of fancy swords. We got
What's your
swords-
fanciest sword?
Oh, that would be this little gem as he puts a sword on the table. This sword looks like it is of elven design. This sword is from the last great, family. From a family known as the Frey family.
What's it do?
It's not what it does, but the power of those who wielded it. This sword...
I thought you might
was
say something with
made-
that, Trolley.
This sword was made for the great... Hang on. I need to get the name up. Man. When you think you don't have to think about people's names.
I apologize, I've been a nightmare this session.
This one was held by the great Furana Frey, the mother-in-law of one of the late Big Dick Cash Money Mobile Team members.
Okay, but does it, do anything?
Well, of course, if it's held by one of the greatest elves, it of course does something. What it can do is beyond me. This is a rare item. That doesn't exactly come with an instruction manual. So that is why you can get a premium deal for this. You can get it for 1,500 gold.
What's your name?
My name? Fuck. Random fucking marketers aren't meant to have names, damn it.
I'm only asking because I feel like I'm going to get scammed and I might need to scram later to kick him in the face.
You are not getting scammed. However, this is only one of the many swords that she had in her collection, just like there is many pot plants in her collection. His name is... My name is Menmaden.
Alright, how much for the sword?
As I said, 1,500. If you can figure out how it works, then that's on you. If I knew how it worked, I'd probably have jacked it up by 10 times the price.
I give him 2,000.
Very generous as he takes the sword and puts it into a leather wrapping.
Do you happen to have a crystal scabbard?
Unfortunately, no. I only deal in rare items, and crystal scabbards aren't rare.
Fair enough.
I also have this next item. It is a shell casing from the Great Fang, having just this on your mantelpiece. Now that would be a conversation starter.
Fairly sure sooner or later I'm going to have a bullet in me from him. How much will that be worth?
If you can dig it out, I'd give you more than I'm sure you'd think it would be worth. I'm talking 5 digits. Many who get shot do not live from the Fang.
I'm going to need to get Anger Fist. Might have a real business venture.
Oh shit! I like that.
We become Fang's Team Rocket. Alright, do you have anything that a barbarian might like?
Oh, yes, a barbarian. I have this splendid little piece as he picks up a piece of a sword, wielded by Wynir in his time of great need. A sword damaged and destroyed by a individual known as Basha. This weapon was forgotten by him after his ascension, but I found it.
How
It
much?
might be broken, but it is more than worth 5,000 gold.
Meta, wow, I didn't know anything survived after getting vaporized by a fucking god.
Okay, I'll pay you 6,000.
The sword
I,
The sword was not in your possession when it got vaporized.
there it was,
It
I
was-
used it to stab Basher.
It was in Basha, so the half that isn't.
Oh yeah, it was too.
The half that wasn't.
Wait,
So
so,
it's
so
the
this is
blade.
this just like the blade?
Yes.
It makes sense.
It's the blade.
Meta, if you're getting
It makes
gifts, don't
sense.
forget gifts
I'm
for
getting
everyone.
everyone a gift.
Hey.
Do you have anything that is like an axe?
An axe. Ooh. Unfortunately, I do not have any rare axes, but I do have a location of one that might be around. Though you would
Alright.
have to do a little bit of grave robbing, and he sort of leans in between you and me. A lot of people are stuck up about grave robbing.
Okay, how much for the information?
100 gold.
Sure, I give him 100 gold.
Right. In the Sentinel's graveyard, the one known as Wonder Fist, he has... No, not Wonder Fist, Wonder Friend. He had an axe. He was buried with it. Just watch out for anyone who might be affiliated with the Sentinels. Otherwise,
Fair
I might
enough.
be selling your stuff soon.
Anyone by the name or got anything for anyone who's like a druid?
Ah, yes. I have this little number as he pulls out a twig and places it on the table. As he places it on the table, you can see that the wooden bench starts to fix itself and sort of fuse into one large piece of wood. As you see areas start to grow branches and small leaves as he takes the twig off. This little thing is off of a druid who may or may not have found himself on the wrong side of a powerful mage, but their power combined into this twig.
How much?
How much? For this, you will find no lesser than 2,000 gold.
Alright, I'll pay 2,200.
You are so very generous, sir.
I am, aren't I?
He hasn't even questioned the gold you're paying him with either. I hope you've realized that.
Good. Got any guns or anything?
Guns. Unfortunately, the only one who has those in this land has a very tight hold on them.
What about bullets?
I have a few, but again, they're not made for any calibers smaller than his weapon. As he places these, what are basically 50 cal rounds on the table.
How many do you have?
3 apiece. I only have 6 all up. Each one on their own would fetch you 3 grand for each bullet. But I will do you a sale. 150 gold for 3. 400 for all 6.
I'll give you 450 for all 6.
Sounds good. The reason so cheap? These are Feng's property. I wouldn't want to be seen with the amount that is missing in his bank account.
Good to know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have anything that a goblin who's obsessed with gold might want, other than soap?
Of course, this, as he unscrolls a piece of paper, is from a book, a cursed book that has since been lost. It is a book that was used by individuals known as heralds.
It's Harold's book.
Oh,
The book has been damaged and lost in time. But if you can find all of it, you could be able to bring the curse back, bring Harold back, and have someone who can, at his own imagination, bring any magic item to his store.
I just have flashbacks. Oh, right, that guy. Okay, how much for the page? And then do you have anything else that the goblin might want?
He puts a small coin purse on the table. Inside, maybe not for him, but a good practical joke upon him. This is a cursed gold coin. If he loses it, it will return to him, but doubled. Every time he spends it, he'll get it back, but doubled. Until he is crushed under his own weight of greed.
How much?
300 gold.
I'll give you 1,000.
it's like this is a bad thing.
I just want to see what will happen.
You know,
I'm
Nuvix will be
sorry,
giving you this gold piece to pay for his land rights.
Alright, how much for the page?
Oh, that was all up for both.
Alright. Now, that is Gem, Angerfist, Axdeath, Farox, Pymia, Nubex. Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I wasn't counting
Yourself?
myself.
Yeah.
Good, do you think that might interest me?
You look like a magic man. Am I right?
Yeah, that's what old ladies say.
Magic
Wait, can you repeat that for a
man.
second?
Yep, that's what old ladies say.
For a second, I thought you said that's what the old ladies say. I'm just like, hang on. Wait a minute. Turn back. I need to hear that again.
Wait a minute. That's illegal.
No, it's not illegal. Old ladies deserve to have fun too, you know.
I know, I'm making a joke.
So, let me just quickly send you what the coin does fully.
By the way, just to let you guys know, I did actually sing the entire "Make a Man Out of You" song while you guys were doing your thing.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm glad you
It's
like
a-
it.
It's a good song.
So what does he have that might interest me? Do you have a crown? I love crowns. Circlets?
He's thinking for a moment. I have an item that might interest you. But this item is very rare. Well, not very rare, but you won't see it on the regular market. He puts a ring. A ring on the table.
Alexander looks at the ring, eagerly awaiting him to explain what it does.
I'm just getting you an image real quick.
If you send me a picture of the one ring, Alexander runs from the store, by the way.
No. No, it's not.
There are
the
some
one.
things even he won't fuck with.
Nope, fuck that shit, I'm out.
Here you go. This item is made by a craft that is long since gone. Magic was rampant in this time. It is known as the Blue Tearstone Ring. While you are in peril, if you have been hurt beyond most of your limits, it shall give you more AC. Meta. When you are below half health, your AC increases by 2.
Alright. Cool.
Does this interest you? I have
Yes.
another ring that might interest you if you don't.
Ooh,
want
what's that ring do? I'll buy this one, but I'd also like to buy the next one too.
He places another ring on the table.
Alexander looks at it interested.
This one is known as the Life Ring. It extends your... It gives you a little more healthy glow, as to say.
Alright. How much for both rings?
That would be up to 10,000 gold.
Alright. I'll give you 11,000.
And finally, one more thing that might interest a squishy who uses weapons. I have a red tearstone ring. But
What's it do?
It allows you, when you're when you're below half health, you deal 1d6 extra damage with your weapons.
If Alexander doesn't want it, there's another squishy that might. I'm sorry, I had to say something.
And
'Cause
what
that's
does the
pretty
life
cool.
ring do?
The life ring?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. While wearing this ring, your hit point maximum is increased by 1 for each hit die you possess. And since you're level 12, that should be 12 extra health.
That's awesome. Okay, how much for the red Tearstone ring?
As this one is one that I have one of and not any idea where else to get, I'll expect no less than 3,000 gold.
I'll give you 4.
Cool.
And that's all the shopping I am doing. And then I'm going to send out the items using the carrier spell.
I actually like all these rings that I found.
Oh, they're neat.
Would you like to know what I found? How I found these? They're on the middle finger of Vecna, or what is now known as the Mage Hand Press, and it's the Dark Souls items, magic rings.
Huh.
Ooh.
So those are items that were used in Dark Souls. So congratulations, you have now entered the Dark Souls game. You're welcome. Anyway,
I mean, I'm looking at Maneater here. Yeah, I say it's a bit Dark Souls.
so now that that's done, we shall